And welcome back to Stop, Drop, and Roll. We are a group of friends from Found Family who love ourselves some Dungeons and Dragons. Thanks so much for joining us today. We're actually going to be doing a sequel to our Space Western one-shot from last time. So we're super excited for it. I hope you guys are too. It was an awesome world, and we're excited to dive back in. So to go ahead and prep for that, let's go ahead and introduce our cast for today, starting with our friend, Andrew.
Hey, howdy. I'm playing a space character that no one knows who it is yet.
Go ahead and do pronouns, please.
They have he, him pronouns.
Oh, lovely. All right. Let's a returning character. Let's go ahead and have Becca. Come on in.
Hey guys, I'm Becca. I'm bringing back Orville Ash Bascom today, and his pronouns are he, him.
Lovely. All right, and we have a friend finally back from the ether and work and jobs, back to play with us again. Zach, we love you. Come on, dude. What's your character?
What's up, guys? I'm Zach. I'm back, and I'm playing a character, a brand new one coming in, named Father Callus. That's pronouns are he, him.
Lovely. Kyle, how about you, buddy?
Hello, I'm Kyle. I'm playing Quinn, and their pronouns are they, them.
Lovely. And last but certainly not least is our guest of the show who came on last time and is returning for this one, Mason.
Hi, I'm playing Sil Argori, and yeah, I'm back.
Pronouns?
Pronouns he, him.
Lovely. Awesome. That's our whole crew for the day. We're returning to the spaceship, the Dead Dog, and all the stories that come along with that. So we are super excited to get started. But before we do, just a quick announcement is that it's been about 2 years since we first started playing D&D together, us and our friends. And so we just wanted to, just thank you guys so much for being here and for supporting us and, just kind of watching the random crap that we do. And also, thanks for joining in, popping in the middle of this, thing that just started as, an escape from life and from different things and eventually from quarantine. So, yeah, I love you guys, and thanks so much for being here and for playing in the game.
Love you. Thank you.
All right, cool. We're going to get started, but go on and grab a seat, have a drink, and get ready for some hot, dice-based storytelling. And welcome back to the frontier. It's been about a year since you all claimed the bounty on Card Isaacson, the former Titan War veteran on Hydra 2. And things have changed in the frontier. In that span of time, the IFN have moved into Centaurus' edge and civilization with it. Colonies of frontier peoples have been displaced, and the outcry against the IFN has grown larger and larger in recent months. With the government enforcers moving in, it's also meant that the need for cowboys has severely dwindled. Jobs have gotten harder, with greater risk, but greater reward, and this is where you, the crew of the Dead Dog, find yourselves. You all are a group of cowboys, bounty hunters aboard the Starfighter Sirius X9, more colloquially known as Dead Dog. You're all from various backgrounds, creeds, and ideals, but the need for camaraderie and food on the table keep a ragtag crew held together, but just barely. Several new comrades have joined the crew of the Dead Dog, and more bodies on board meant a need for more Jinza. Recently, along with some upgrades to the Dead Dog, you took another contract where you all found and extracted data in the form of a disk from an abandoned Titan War outpost. Your conditions for claiming the 1 million Jinza bounty are to meet with the starship Katana 04, where you will receive your reward. So here you are, floating in the beautiful vastness of space, nearing Kepler 22b with the disk on board. Yet, as valuable as this disk is, none of you have seen the disk's contents. And that is where we start our story today. Floating lazily through space, Ash Bascom, you find yourself, after all this time, still with the crew of the Dead Dog. The ship's interior, not much nicer than it was a year ago, but at least it's stocked with more food, and certainly more bodies. Looking out the starboard side window, you see the watery surface of the planet Hawking 7S, the blue of the planet like the most luscious blob of cobalt paint in the light speckled canvas of space. As you sit up in the interior of the dead dog, Ash, go ahead and remind us what you look like.
Yeah, so Ash Bascom is sort of a grizzled human man, probably in his mid 40s. He's got cybernetic gears framing his right eye that once probably were expensive, shiny, now are a bit rusted. He's got scars on his face and sweat-stained clothes, patched up pants, and a long leather duster that sort of hangs limply around his body. He's got the kind of face that tells you that you don't want to fuck with him.
All right, Ash. As you sit up, kind of looking around, you see your comrades, the normal sort, filtering around the space. The first one that you see as you're kind of in this small living room area, thumbing the disc in your palm, you see Syl, where he always is. Syl, you are where you always are, humming the pilot's seat, guiding the dead dog to your bounty rendezvous point, and currently petting your spider backpack, which is curled around the armrest of your pilot's chair. Small beeping alerts you that your rendezvous will be coming up in about 5 minutes' time. What do you look like, Syl?
He is a human man, about like late 20s, early 30s. He's got a little bit of a goatee, short brown hair. He's got a weird looking pistol by his side that has a bunch of contraptions near it or on it. And then he got a little backpack that's currently in a backpack form on my armrest, but it turns into a spider on occasions.
Every once in a while, you'll see like one of the claws kind of peek out, and just to hear like a little, just kind of signaling that it's awake.
And I'll pat it and continue flying.
Nice. Along with your normal crew, you see Tequila, you see Todd. Tequila currently walking around with a bunch of snacks, little dried potato chips, sun-dried fruits, and even little pieces of jerky. Kind of coming around to each of you with a small smile, their gold makeup around their eyes and their black pupils. A member of the Centaurus race. And then after making the rounds, kind of thumbs the disc from you, Ash, and goes over to that empty black screen and starts fiddling with it. Todd is in the back, kind of working on something. You hear the gears of a wrench. And there are a few newer bounty hunters who've joined this little ragtag team of cowboys. The first of which is a seemingly fairly all-covered individual, mask on, almost like as if they're perpetually wearing a spacewalk suit. Kyle, if you could introduce your character for us.
Yes, so I am Quinn. They are, as you guys have probably seen at some point, a sunspawn. So very mysterious creatures. Pretty much always wears the suit. Emanates heat at all times, so if you get close to them, you kind of get a little warm, almost uncomfortably. You never handshakes, just kind of nods their head and bows. Constantly carries a little med kit by their side and is probably just tinkering with the little vials inside of it, make sure everything is tip-top and full and ready to go.
All right. Nice. And then, off in the corner, maybe seemingly miming or rehearsing some sort of bit, seems to be a taller figure, lanky, with a very strange attire for deep space, and certainly for a bounty hunter. Father Callus, if you could please introduce yourself.
So Father Callus, as you see him right now, is a human seen on his bed rack. He lays with his arms crossed, flat on his back. He has a single bionic hand crossed over his still human body. You see perfectly pressed black robes that cascade from his body, from his shoulders down the length, stopping at his ankles. Across his neck, a white clergy collar. And its center, an outlined circle with a small black and white flares bordering the outside. A familiar symbol to most, a call sign for the Church of the Dying Star. As this tall, lengthy man opens his eyes, you notice the whitening of brown in his 40-year-old man's hair. A beard gray with age, this cowboy's seen some shit. Originally orphaned at the age of 4, he was taken in by the church. Because of poor conditions, he became a pickpocket by the age of 8 to help feed him and other kids across the orphanage. As the years went by, the schemes got larger, and over time, Father Callus became running some of the most famous Ponzi schemes in the galaxy. So much so that the church caught wind and excommunicated him from the church. Determined, Father Callus still believes in his gods, still preaches their word, but within the church, there's a little bit of hypocrisy that stretches its own ways. But that's a story for another time. So Father Callus joined up with the Triad, as it's famously known across these cosmos, and now runs with this crime syndicate, preaching the word of God wherever he can.
Then you see the father, still lounging back on the bed, occasionally thumbing over scripture, and looking mighty clean. Last but certainly not least, there's a figure not currently on the upper decks of the Dead Dog, but currently down below. It's a little bit solitary on their own. One of your few members who's come on board in recent months. Andrew, if you could please describe your character.
Down on the lower decks of the Dead Dog, the sound of a small piece of metal comes tinging off the ship's bulkheads. The flicked bottle cap comes to a rest a short ways away from a man staring at a vid screen filled with the vast emptiness of space. The man is stocky built, with a barrel chest, his hat perched high on his head, while his thick arms emerge from his heavy leather vest. He studies the screen, as if looking for something. The next job? A permanent home? It's impossible to tell. It's as if there's nothing behind those eyes. He raises the bottle to his lips and takes a swig of the okayest space beer money can buy. He reflects on his journey to where he is now. From his childhood, living a life of luxury in the Larion system, to his stint on an ice planet in the Outer Rim, battling aliens and otherworldly terrors. He briefly thinks about the crew he lost to that giant alien god, and then shrugs. Ah, they should have run. I mean, that thing was fucking huge. James T. Gobias, because that is this man's name, drains the space beer and tosses it toward a garbage receptacle, missing completely. More shattered glass rains down, spilling into the metal grate that makes up the deck in this area of the ship. He stretches, adjusts his denim pants, and sallies up to the bridge.
As you come up to the bridge, Sir Gobias, you find the crew of the Dead Dog. All of you there, slowly drifting closer. That small beep on your screen still, kind of reminding you that you guys are getting close. And the disc, still there in your quarters, but unexamined.
I'll kind of go, either just scream down the ship or go on the intercoms and just say, "Ladies and gentlemen, ETA 5 minutes. We're at our destination."
What are you guys doing?
Father Callus just lets out of bed. Just ropes his lengthy legs across the bed rack and hops down into a thump. Proceeds to fix himself a little bit in the mirror adjacent and heads out to go meet the rest of the crew.
Daniel,
Mm-hmm.
is it like a known part of this bounty that we're not supposed to view the
No.
disc? We just
no,
haven't?
You just haven't. It hasn't occurred to you. Well, maybe it has, but there's a bit of a mystery surrounding the black box that this currently obsidian black disc holds. You haven't looked at it yet, no.
Gotcha. Well, as Ash hears the voice of Syl over the intercom saying 5 minutes, he sort of looks around and glances at the other people on the ship and says, fuck it, I want to know what's on the disc.
I
And
say
I'll walk over.
we pull up in the disc. I vote for that, yes.
Tequila looks up at you and gives you a faint smile and hands the disc over to you, Ash.
All right, let's see what all the fuss is about. And I'll.
Hey guys. I just wanted to let you all know we're out of space beer again. That was the
how that happened.
That was the last one I just had.
Have you tried the recent concoction I made? I tried to use the ingredients in the back here, and I'll pull out like a little vial of just like basically moonshine I've been trying to make to make it easier for Tobias to get by, because he gets very cranky on long rides when he doesn't have any beer.
Go Bias does get very.
Hey, I appreciate that, Quinn, but it is Go Bias. The T is my middle name. I'll take a little swig of this.
Okay, Go Bias.
Oh Jesus! All right, go ahead
Go
and roll
Bias.
for moonshine, dude. I want to see how good the
What am I-
moonshine
Roll for
is.
moonshine.
Yeah, what's the moonshine roll?
Yeah,
Moonshine
yeah.
modifier?
Let's do wisdom plus your proficiency. Let's do that.
I'm proficient.
Wisdom.
Me or Go Bias?
No, this is you. You're the one who made the.
That's a
moonshine.
12.
That's
I assume
12.
I'll be rolling Constitution.
It is the
We're
world's
level 3, so that's not bad.
Mr. Go Bias. It is the world's okayest moonshine.
Yeah.
World's most average moonshine.
It is.
That's about my level of moonshine.
It's a fat Budweiser. All right. Great. As you plop in the disc,
That was pretty good. Keep that coming.
initially the first thing that you see, Ash and Tequila, as you're looking up, is nothing. The screen lights up like it would were it to activate, but there doesn't seem to be any script, any code, nothing initially. At least on the surface of it, but that seems very odd to you, Ash. Go ahead and make a intelligence check for me.
Just up and down.
Yeah, just up, down. Or you can also make perception if you'd like. That works too.
Ooh, that is a good roll. It's a
Oh.
21.
Okay. Yeah, as you're looking faintly and you like start to shift your eyes from side to side, there's actually a script going around just the very edge of the screen. That's calling for a couple of inputs in order to see the data that's stored.
Tequila. You making any sense of this?
Mm-mm. Kind of puzzles and puts like a hand like full of snacks in their mouth and starts munching on it.
I'm also gonna look over Daniel and see if it looks familiar to me at all.
You're seeing the script calling for the inputs. You guys haven't put the inputs yet, but it is kind of crawling around the outside, almost too faint to see, like the smallest ticker tape just going around the edge of the screen.
Am I able to put these inputs in?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
I would love to certainly try.
Yeah, you start to just like pluck out a couple of the inputs that it's calling for, a couple of weird code words and nonsense ciphers, and as it does, and you kind of finish the last one, this list starts popping up from the top to the bottom that just starts scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It's like a deluge of information. Go ahead and make perception checks, both of you, all three of you, since you're doing it. Tequila kind of pauses and looks up and kind of like announces it to the rest of the crew.
Nat 20.
An 18.
Oh my God, our first nat
Ooh.
20 of the day. Good. All right.
Damn.
With the nat 20 and the 18, 18 is pretty good. As you look at the screen, it is a list of names. It's a list of names. This is what you guess, Ash. It's a list of names, and it seems to be families grouped together. It looks like there be like a name along with like maybe an office of some kind. Often there's a preface that says like lieutenant or corporal or captain or commander or all these things, and you're putting it together. It seems to be a list of veterans, something of the sort, and underneath it says like, you know, daughter, what age, and then it also lists their locations. Last known locations, planets of interest, most likely places that they would inhabit for their families and for themselves. What you get, Father Callus, even more than this list of these Titan War veterans, is you see that these are not only Titan War veterans, but they're on the Separatist side, the losing side of the war. And on top of that, these are highly specific directions to find each of these Titan War veterans. And there's a list of hundreds of names.
Tobias walks up to the terminal and says, "Hey, am I on that list?
I'll
Can you
scan the list and
Look for my name. Do you see me?"
Was Gobias a veteran of the Titan War on the Separatist side?
No.
I can't imagine so. You don't see Gobias, as hard as you might try.
look. We're about to be meeting with some pretty important and dangerous people. If I were you, I'd put the drink down and get yourself together.
No. And Gobias is gonna finish the drink.
The okay liquor, the moonshine. Got it. You got it. White
Just
lightning goes
absolutely
down the
pipe
hatch.
it back.
Absolutely. It burns, but he's a champ. He breathes out, and there's a faint burp of nice liquor smell in the air. It's an interesting sight, that's for sure. Still, the
Ash
dash
kind of-
lights up, and you're starting to get a communications message.
Hello?
Shh. Dead Dog, this is Katana04. We have a visual on you. Requesting permission to dock for transmission of both the package and payment of the 1 million Jins of bounty.
Permission granted. We got incoming. I'm not incoming like enemies. They're gonna board us for the bounty.
They're gonna board us. Oh, Jesus.
Ash sort of looks over at Gobias and curls his lip down and brushes past him, kind of giving him like a shoulder check, not enough to hurt him or anything, just enough to be like, fuck off, basically. And then Ash is gonna head below deck, as is his habit when they encounter people of official sorts.
You got it. So, Ash, you do go below deck. Sounds good.
Father Callus.
Oh, yeah,
is
Father
gonna
Callus. Go for it.
Yeah. Is gonna go towards the door for the docking, the boarding door. What would this be referred to?
It's a
Help me
small
out.
it's a small circular door on the port side of the ship, which is currently an airlock that you can't see through. It's like completely shut, but it would normally open, and then this like tubes would go out to like connect each ship together. So yeah, you know where it is.
Perfect. I'm just gonna go over there to greet them.
Lovely. Sounds good. All right. Todd is going to go over. I am feeling a bit tired at the moment, and I think I'm going to go downstairs with Ash to recharge. Let me know when the deal has finished. And he goes tink, 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 limping across the floor of the dead dog and ends up going down below decks as well. A radio comes back over the communications for you, Sil. All right, we're going to commence the docking sequence. Pilot of the dead dog, start the sequence from your end.
All right, I'm starting the sequence,
Lovely.
and I'll press some buttons.
You tick, 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 tick. Awesome. You're a trained pilot. You make the docking sequence with grace and precision. If you've ever seen Interstellar, or if you've seen, 2001: Space Odyssey, think that. As you begin rotating the ship in counter motion, you see about the same size ship as yours, slightly sleeker in design, maybe a little bit more aerodynamic. This one comes along your port side, and you watch as it kind of extends its underbelly of the ship towards you, where there is a noticeable airlock hatch down below. You two, in kind of this concert and dance in the middle of space, begin to line up with one another as the small, like, infrared light kind of matches from both ends. And then, once you've locked on, there's a small beep, to which you press the button, and then these two sets of tubes, you can't hear them in the vacuum of space, but they extend and assemble outward from each ship to connect each other like this strange mechanical umbilical cord, creating a space large enough for people to walk through. And it assembles until you hear it. Stand back from the doors. Stand back from the doors.
Father Callus takes a step back.
Lovely. You hear the air hatch begin to open. And as it does, tink, 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 tink. You listen
Hello?
in. You see there's a small metallic ball that has just been tossed into the middle of the dead dog.
I
Oh,
jump
no.
on it.
It immediately releases this gas.
I
That
jump on it.
immediately, you can jump on it. It is
I
gaseous,
would
though.
still like to jump on
Sure,
it.
you jump onto the middle of it, and this gas just releases and fills the entire compartment of the dead dog, leaving you all just choking and coughing.
If I'm in my suit.
I don't think you would be, actually, since you're in your spacesuit, unless you have any of the ventilation things open.
I would
for
not
a
have
reason.
any of them
You
open
would
at this.
not. So I need everyone, with the exception of, with the
Quinn?
exception of Ash, and with the exception of, because Ash is below decks, and
He's
Quinn,
under.
to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh no.
A 10.
A 10, okay.
Gonna be 6.
6, okay.
18
Minus
for me.
1 cost.
Give him minus
Wait,
one cost.
Sil, what was yours?
18.
18, Sil. You just succeed. Immediately, there's a stomping from outside, and as you look in, Sil, you're far enough away from the blast that you're able to actually like put up a little bit of like a mask between you and the gas, and you look over as Gobias slumps to the ground, and you also watch as Father Callus falls to the ground. The two of you, Callus and Gobias, you can feel your bodies still, but you cannot move a joint as all of your muscles lock up and your eyes strain from your nerves all lighting like as if like all of your nerves are on fire. You are both paralyzed. As
So,
suddenly
Right.
you are still over the gas bomb, yes.
but is gas still being released?
Yeah, yes it is. It is now filling the entirety of the ship.
Can I try to like close it?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make if you have like
I
a
have
pair of
thieves'
tinker's
tools.
tools, sure. You can go ahead and take it to, like your pair of pliers and different like tools that you have, your cutting tools on, and try and dismantle this. Go ahead and make a thieves' tools check for me, please.
With dexterity? As
This would be
the-
with dexterity, yes.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, chink, chink, chink. You are able to like actually shut the valves on all to the where it's releasing the gas, and the gas stops releasing. The cloud is now filled the central cabin of the dead dog, and it is now kind of like leaving it opaque and dark for you to see. But it is no longer releasing any gas. However, your two friends are on the floor, not moving.
After the shockwave,
Mhm.
can I just like put on the throttle so like the two ships are connected, but we just start spinning?
Okay,
Like,
okay, sounds good. You start spinning, but now both ships are spinning in tandem, throwing you all to the side. As you're like kind of struggling to find and maintain balance, there is a faint playing of a harmonica echoing down the airlock corridor, and you hear footsteps as several gas mask-wearing armed men and women board the dead dog, guns drawn. They say, "Get down! Don't move!" What are you guys doing?
The thing's filled with gas.
It is filled with gas.
Are there any gas masks or anything like on our ship that I can see easily?
So there is the space suits that you guys have, the spacewalk suits
That's gonna
that
be
you guys have
pretty
on
hard to get
board.
anyway.
You guys can get those, but those are usually below decks.
Yeah, I think am I hearing what's going on?
Yes, so
up
you
there?
start to hear this commotion, and you hear tick, 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 tick. Get down, nobody move!
And did I hear I guess I would have heard everybody like coughing and
Yes.
I
Well,
think
go to
it's
make a
safe to
perception
say
check for the coughing. Go to make a perception check for the
Okay.
coughing.
cool.
I'm
cool.
gonna stand up and throw my
Ooh.
backpack in my chair,
Mhm.
like that's facing away from them, and activate it, and just like have him sit there, but like ready to go.
Mhm.
And I'll hold my hands
That's
up.
a 9.
It's a 9. You didn't hear the coughing. You just heard the commotion.
Okay, then
Ash.
I would not have gone to get a spacesuit because I wouldn't have
Okay.
assumed anything
Yeah,
about gas.
wouldn't assume.
I'm gonna head up, but I want to sort of stay hidden, and I don't know if can I ready an action?
Sure, you can ready an action as you peek into the. Are you joining the main cabin now? To try and hide?
Yeah.
Okay, as you peek into the main cabin, starting to try and sneak, you get a whiff of the gas as well. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Daniel, where's the thing that we plugged in?
The
Disc?
The disc is currently playing the list of names over on the screen where Tequila was in the central cabin. They're
Huh.
telling you not to move though.
The
How
con
many of
save
them
is
are there?
11.
The con save is 11. Ash, you fall to the ground, paralyzed.
Damn.
Yeah. There are, as that you can see through the silhouettes of the smoke and the fog, at least 4 of them. And right now, only 2 of you, able to operate. And then you hear tick, 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 as well as the faint playing of that harmonica growing louder. Heavy metallic footfalls echoing into the ship as the source of the harmonica playing comes out of the airlock. The figure, shrouded in opaque gas, silhouetted and silently terrifying, but also familiar to you, Syl, and Ash, out of the corner of your eye, to you. A black trench coat, silver hair, and a prominent sword sheath hanging on the left side.
Oh, fuck.
Guy.
Well,
We should have gone after him.
Well, of all the things we planned for, I did not expect to run into you all again. Must be my lucky day. Go ahead and back away from the disc. That's all we want.
I'll look over near Syl, right? Syl's
Yeah,
up.
I'm by the cockpit.
Yeah, I'll just kind of not make eye contact because I'm wearing a mask where you can't see my face, but I look over there to see what he looks like he's doing.
I mean, one hand is up, one hand is on my shirt that's holding it above my nose. I don't want to give it to him, but I also don't want to fight. I don't know.
Daniel, how paralyzed am I? Am I completely paralyzed?
You can move your
Can I
eyes.
speak?
You can move your eyes. You can falteringly speak. Yes,
Is
you can
the
falteringly
gas
speak.
dissipating at all?
It is hanging in the air, but it's starting to dissipate. It's pretty heavy. You're hearing all of these words through a little gas mask that all of them are wearing. Our little encounter over Hydra 2 left a bad taste in my mouth. And seeing you all like this... the neurotoxin didn't work as well as I thought it would. Well, no need to be alarmed. Its effects will subside after an hour. Of course, your nerves and joints are locked in perpetual pain till then, but it shouldn't kill you. Hand over the disc, and everything will be just fine. I won't have to harm you or your crewmates. But if you refuse, shink, as the sword slides out of the sheath with a metallic ring that reverberates across the cabin, I can do things my way.
Daniel,
Yes?
from my position, what can I see? Because I know we're on different sides of the room and the room is still foggy.
Mhm.
Is there anything revealing about any particular crewmates? Anything they're wearing?
I mean,
anything,
he's
any explosives on any
Sure,
belts
Go
or
to,
anything?
go to make a perception check for me, please.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have
Perception.
this.
And then
It's
also
gonna be a 9.
go ahead and make a perception check for me, Kyle and Mason. 9. Got it. You don't know. You can't tell much. You're trying to look for identifying marks or anything. You think you see what looks to be red dust on their boots, red dust. But you're not quite sure what that would signify. At least not at this with the amount of time that you have. You're also in such pain. Your brain just kind of racked. Perception
My
check from Kyle
perception
and
was 7.
7. Okay.
10.
10. Okay, you are just got it. As you look, Kyle, to the screen where the disc was, it is off, and Tequila is nowhere to be seen. And as you look over to the right, you see a shadow over in the corner with a handkerchief over their face. The black-skinned form of Tequila currently brandishing one of their knives as this man keeps speaking. I'm giving you 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And then I carve you all up. I'm used to doing that. As he looks around, as Tequila jumps out from the side and tries to stab him, he grabs them in the middle as they are trying and screaming and trying to cut at him, and kind of slashes against his arm. Oh, we got a little stray mutt. You should really collar your dogs. Not good to have an alien like this running without a leash. You little bitch. You want to die so badly. I'll grant me your wish. Strink! And he goes through, and you watch as Tequila gets impaled straight through the heart and drops the disc from their hands. Standing in the air like just this massive skewer as they struggle against the blade. And slowly, their form goes limp and slides off. The man bends down.
How far away is Tequila from me?
Tequila is where the other guy is. They're about 20 feet away in the cabin. As he is as their form slides off of his blade. Oh, that was unpleasant. But I'm sure there's no hard feelings. Nothing personal. He points over to the disc that's been dropped on the floor. We'll be taking that disc, and you'll never see us again. And if you know what's good for you, don't come looking for me. What are you doing, Kyle?
Are they all staring at the disc? Is anyone looking at either me or Tequila?
No, all of them have their guns trained on you. They seem to be a trained squad that has done this a lot.
Okay, about how...
What are you doing?
I mean, I'm just letting them.
All right.
I'll do what I can when they leave, but
picks
there's nothing I can do.
He picks up the disc, palms it, calls a couple of things, and they all slowly begin to leave. One of the soldiers, or one of these armed men, knocking into one of the sides from the gas and cursing, kind of rubbing a hand, and then they leave through the airlock.
Run over to Tequila once they've gone.
And you watch their flips
pulse and everything.
Okay, sounds good. At this point, the neurotoxin is starting to dissipate out of the air. As you're looking, Tequila, go to make a medicine check for me.
I'm proficient in that.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Natural 1.
Are you serious?
I am the medic. Don't you worry.
Are you serious?
I got this, guys. No. Yes, I'm serious.
Oh my god, it's a nat 1. Okay, as you look at them,
no.
They are no longer breathing. You're not sure what that might amount to. You don't even have a defibrillator on board, but you see that they are not moving, not breathing. You assume they're dead.
I'll take a syringe out and just, for good measure, I'll inject it.
Okay.
Their carotid.
How many points of healing there?
Roll.
As soon as they leave, I'm also going to hit the AC
2.
button to blast the AC to clear the neurotoxin.
You got it. As you do so, it starts ejecting and starts venting out into space. As you guys are all left there, your companions very much paralyzed. And as you're all looking around, the body jolts for a second from the shot, but doesn't look like it's moving. Tequila seems very dead. Their body still, their black obsidian skin lifeless on the ground, your comrade and your friend.
I'll close her eyes and start, like, I don't know, a better way to say is preparing the body. Like, there's nothing else I can do. We lost someone. It's part of the journey. So prep them, make sure they're not decaying, stinking, like
You got it.
bandage wounds, stuff like that. Just
Yeah. Your friends are all still aboard the ship. If they're all, a lot of them are paralyzed still. If you wanted to make them rounds as well,
I
I'll
will
say that in this
go
game.
around and check and just make sure all of them are like seem to be somewhat stable.
Okay.
You know,
They are
like, you
stable.
don't want
Yeah,
anyone
I'll
just
do the same thing.
completely like taking an allergic reaction to it is basically what I'm concerned about.
Sure.
Oh.
Alright, no one seems to be doing an allergic reaction. It seems like they're all fine. Paralyzed for the hour, but fine. And I'll say after the hour passes and you've prepared the body, you all begin to feel your joints moving again. Numb, kind of like the sensation that you would get in your gums when a dentist like injects like any amount of anesthetic, but it's like across your whole body. You feel this numbness and soreness, but you're able to move and speak and staring down at the body before you.
What happened to the plan? Why did they put the million in our computer already?
No, we got robbed.
Oh.
Damn it. Baller, how much time has passed by now, Daniel?
It's been an hour since everything is finished.
All right, so full worn off, and it's
Yes,
just taking
full
its
worn off.
course.
Yeah, exactly. It
All right.
sucked.
Well, that was unpleasant. As he dusts off his robe, I'm gonna go down to the gunner station.
Mhm.
And I just kind of want to like look through like the lens, if you will. Do we have any, so like getting to know like the ship, right? Do we have any sort of like data analogs of
Yes,
of
you guys do.
things
On
that
that
have
main computer,
happened,
that
directions ships have gone, anything like that?
the
Yeah.
one that Tequila went. You have some databases of various information that you can get access to. Something that would be akin to an internet, but maybe not as great in this age.
Got it. Do they track like ship IDs?
Yeah, they should. You think? You're not quite sure. You'll have to go in and check for yourself to see how you'd be able to track what you'd be able to find. So go ahead and make an investigation check as you boot up the computer. The little screen in front of you, and you begin to like scroll across it.
Daniel, who was the closest to Tequila?
You probably were. Besides them, or are you talking about of the enemy crew?
No, like friendly.
Friendly. It was probably you.
Like who was okay?
It was probably you.
So, does anyone else care? Like, are they just like ignoring the body on the ground, or is anyone else like
well,
coming
Tequila,
up?
it was one of your comrades. It's up to you all how you feel and what you do.
Just
Rolled a 6, so I think I'm gonna rejoin the group for this moment because I don't think I found anything. Did I find anything with the 6, Daniel?
With the 6, you're kind of looking. You start looking for the vessel name because you remember hearing Katana 04, and not getting much. Yeah, you're looking for anything, and at least with that, you don't have much. All you remember is the red dust on their boots, and that's pretty much it.
Got it. All right, and then I'm gonna rejoin the group. Do you all want to give them a proper space send off?
You mean like put them in the airlock and then shoot it out?
load 'em.
That's what a proper space send off is.
Way of speaking, yes, but with a ceremony and such, you know. If you've never done one, Tobias.
No, that sounds cool though. Is there like a camera on the outside?
Yeah, we should be able to watch. Yeah, I'm assuming.
Nice.
Daniel.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is. At least a little bit of a send off that you guys can do.
I can volunteer. I've prepared a lot of bodies for things like this. Do you all feel comfortable if I were to take care of them and get them ready for the
I'll be next
ceremony?
to you if you need any
Thank you.
assistance or bandaging.
I appreciate that. All right.
Tobias
picture.
takes off his hat and holds it to his chest. He says, "Have a good one, Tequila. Arrivederci." And put his hat back on,
A very emotional send off from Gobias.
and then walk over to the vid screen.
You got it. As you walk over to the vid screen, everyone else, you prepare the body. And does anyone want to say any words as you send them off?
I'm going to, as I prepare the body, I'm going to, while, who is it that's with me again?
It's right now. I think Ash should be there, unless Ash wanted to be somewhere else. Syl and Quinn.
Who's assisting directly?
Oh, Quinn is assisting. directly.
Quinn.
Yes.
Perfect. So as we kind of take the body into the other room and we're just wiping off any dirt, kind of fixing up, ironing clothes, and what I want to do is I want to take like a little my water skin out of my pack. That's like a little bit more that's made out of metal and it's more solid with the same insignia that's on my clergy collar laying right in the middle of it. Just gonna take it. I'm gonna dab it on the forehead and like drag it across the cheeks as well as down the center of the torso as I kind of mutter words to myself.
Mhm.
And as Quinn is kind of turned away, I'm also going to jot down the name of that other ship
Mhm.
with a little a dash in my insignia across my clergy collar, and just a note at the bottom that says "Find them," and then I want to tuck it into like the collar pocket or something.
I think I'm gonna be like watching a 30-minute episode of Friends on the TV, but
and just tuck it into the clothing, so it's unobvious. It's just yeah, you get the
Yeah,
joke, right?
as you're doing the clothes, the medic is going around, going like maybe let's say at the feet or something like that, doing something. So Quinn doesn't quite notice. If you wanted that.
Sweet. All right, cool. And then
unless
we'll
you wanted
make-
to notice, Quinn, in which case you could make a sleight of hand in perception.
even if I do notice, I'm not doing anything, so it doesn't really
Fair
matter.
enough. Great. Great.
Like I don't care.
Yeah, and throughout this, I'm asking Quinn like, hey, can you grab such and such from such and such drawer? Like if you could help me with this towel, and I'm like handing it off to Quinn, and Quinn's
Yeah, the one
you know-
thing you notice is everything I give you is warm.
everything.
Everything that like I pick up and then hand it to you, it's like once you grab it, it's like a little warm.
Oh, just a little warm, not like hot, right? I can
Not
still
not
like,
hot,
handle it.
just like you can
Definitely.
handle it, but everything is definitely not room temperature.
Got it. All right, I kind of give you like little side eyes. I'm pulling stuff from you, and then once we prepare the body, we'll go ahead and bring it back towards the airlock, and call everyone to gather around.
You do so, and everyone, should you desire to, does gather around.
I can't believe Space Ross never really got with Space Rachel. They were perfect for each other.
I never really saw the show.
Are we referring to Space Friends?
Yeah.
Is
Have you
that
ever seen it,
a
Todd?
custom
Do you know how
for
TV
funerals?
shows work?
Do most
I actually
humans
heard
in
Space-
mourning use Space Friends as their reference?
It's a common touchstone.
Ah, I see.
Daniel, I think during all of this, Ash is not really like present. Like while they're preparing the body, I think he's like sort of walking around checking the different viewpoints and windows of the ship, like keeping an eye out for any ships on the horizon. He seems agitated, on guard, and as everybody else is gathering around to like prepare the final send off for Tequila's body, Ash is just gonna slip out. He's not one for sentiment.
You got it. You all speak your words, and after sending it off, the body ejects out of the airlock, floating serenely and slowly into the vastness of space. A small speck that was once your comrade, leaving you alone with the blood on the floor of the ship and a significant lack of a bounty.
Daniel, did I see Father Callus put that note on the body?
Go to make a perception check if you wanted. And then, Callus, go to make a retroactive sleight of hand.
Retro.
Yeah, retro.
Yeah, a little retro.
Little retroactive sleight of hand.
12.
12.
16.
16. Yeah, you didn't see it, I guess. I guess you didn't see it. But I guess with a perception check of that, you do see there's a couple of papers on the ground, sort of near the airlock.
Hey, what's this stuff? This fall out of Tequila's pocket. I'm gonna pick it up.
Oh, let me see that. No,
no,
I rushed over and
I'm
I tried to
gonna
meet
look
him.
at it. No, I'm gonna look at it.
As you look at it, you note this is actually right around where that soldier bumped into the side of your ship. They seem to be a series of receipts. That's what it looks like. Pay stubs.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, what did they buy? Let me see.
All right, go to make an investigation check for me, man.
Can I look at it over his shoulder and help him out?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to do it separately, like on your own, or are you helping him, like trying to be like, hey?
I would like to help him.
No, I
like,
think
like
I
converse
figured
to
it
him.
out all on my own.
All right.
Did you roll good?
Yeah, let me tell you exactly what I figured out just now.
All right, as you're looking at it, these pay stubs are from Mars.
They're from Mars.
There's a lot of them actually. As you see that one of them is a ton of receipts for the sale of defunct or illegal Titan War weapons and gear for these like huge amounts of Jinza. And then the most recent stub is also from Mars. Seems to be from one of the outskirt towns.
This, and also that red dust that looked like red dust. Maybe these guys were from Mars.
Do I know how far away we are from Mars right now?
You're currently an entire galaxy away. You'd need to jump for that.
Do we think they're heading back to Mars, or?
The general direction was it that nautical direction?
Daniel,
What'd
when
you
I
say?
looked at the
Yes, Ash?
when I looked at the disk data that was all laid out, well, I guess first, is there any kind of like a system in the computer that would have like saved that data, or I would have probably had to like actively do that?
Yeah, you guys would have probably had to. It was probably stored on the physical disk itself. If you wanted to recall what names you saw or something like that, you could try and do that, like memory recall. What are you trying to do?
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if like, because I probably know a little bit about the Titan Wars, just like
Yeah.
being in the world.
Sure.
I'm wondering if were there any. I want to recall two bits of information. The first name on the list, and then if there was any particular name that stood out as like, especially famous or like special or important.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead and make a history check for me, please. Just a flat history.
15.
15. Okay. So, in trying to recall, the first name on the list was it was like for a James T. Dawson, who is apparently a corporal, and his family. Doesn't seem to be anyone particularly significant. However, when you're scrolling down, you saw that there were lists for deceased or alive, and one of the names on the deceased list was Card Isaacson, the man that you guys had the bounty on about a year ago. The last thing is that you remember Todd talking about this last time. That the person that you guys encountered, he was a sort of famous soldier from the Titan Wars. And with the 15, you can't remember his full name, but you remember his call sign, or what people referred to him as afterwards, which was Cutlass.
Hmm.
And that's all you get with the
Okay,
15.
interesting.
What are you guys doing?
Well, they've got our money on Mars, right? How are we gonna buy anything without money?
we don't know that they're going back to Mars for sure. It's a guess,
Yeah.
but
But they could go anywhere else too. And we can't go, everywhere.
yeah, guess it's our best bet. Unless
Worst
anybody
case
has any ideas.
scenario. They got some pretty good Mars beer there. That's a pretty good case. You know what I'm saying?
Is the little metal ball that I closed there?
Yes, the gas ball is.
I would like to grab that.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. You do so.
Cool. I'm gonna wait till we decide if we're going to Mars. Are we going to Mars, guys?
I think we're going to Mars.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Well, I'll go work on something. How long will it take?
It will take us. How long will it take? Okay.
It'll probably. I mean, the nearest jump gate is probably about 30 minutes away, and then the jump might take like I don't know, a better part of an hour, depending on how far it is.
We can get to Mars in the next 2 hours. And
Cool.
I'll go over to the pilot's seat and I'll plot a course for Mars.
All right, sounds good. As the dead dog starts up.
Hey, that sounds pretty good. I'll see you guys in 2 hours. I'm gonna be down in my bunk. And Gobias goes down to his bunk and opens like a panel
Mm-hmm.
and pulls out the actual last space beer and starts drinking that.
You got it. You got it. You
Father
crack it
Callus is-
open.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
it's the most okayest beer in the world, but at least it's chilled. Father Callus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go down to the gun and like the main gunner position, and if so, I would like it to have like candles strung about and like little wanted posters and like different stuff, like things that I picked up off the trail, as well as some like religious affiliation. Like it's very much like his domain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna. Whoop,
You're gonna whoop?
sorry.
Whoop.
You just hit the whoa?
I just hit the whoop. I
You
got
hit
a
the
what?
space whoa?
I just got a hit in the hat.
No, and then I'm just gonna kick up my feet on the controls and just like take a nap in my chair.
Okay, you got it.
Yep.
You do so. As you begin to near the gate, the familiar side of the warp gate, still, as you guys are piloting yourself, the crew kind of having quieted down after, just another day in space. And as you look up, just like before, the warp gate signals in. This is Warp Gate Scorpio to Dead Dog. Warp Gate Scorpio to Dead Dog. Do you copy?
We copy you, Scorpio.
Well, let's go ahead and see those papers.
Okay, I'm putting them on the scanner now.
Sounds good. And you begin to put in your destination for Mars. There's a brief pause, about 30 seconds or so. Yeah, I'm sorry. We aren't allowing any jumps to the Sol 1 system for civilian ships at the moment. IFN has been real testy about that area. Doesn't look like you're registered here for us.
Do we have any money to bribe them?
You guys do, yeah. Left over from the previous
do?
bounty, you guys still have about 10,000 Jinza left. I mean, it's not enough to get too much, but it's enough for a bribe, maybe.
Enough to buy a whole turret. A space
It
turret.
is enough to buy a space turret. You're absolutely right.
Well, we really need to get to Mars. Is there anything we can do?
Please.
We'll
hear,
have to
hear
ask
me,
nicely.
hear me out.
Yes, nicely.
Please.
Please? We're really cute. I mean, is that your persuasion?
Yeah.
Just asking really nicely? All right.
Can
Oh, actually, can I jump in on the comm?
I thought you were sleeping. Well, I mean, you can.
I
You
was
can. You
I was
can be-
kicking up my feet,
You're
but I haven't
kicking up.
fallen asleep yet.
All right,
We'll say that.
yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna jump on the comm and be like, hello, Gate. This is Father Callus from the Church of the Church of the Dying Star. We're actually here on a missionary mission. And we need to get to Mars ASAP. Over.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. Deception check for me or persuasion check for me? Please.
Religion check?
Deception.
Not quite. Maybe if they talked about the theology and the doxology of the Church of the Dying Star.
It's going to. Oh, it's gonna be interesting. It's a 13.
13. A missionary mission, you said?
Yes, sir.
You hear like the radio doesn't go off, but it goes kind of far away. I hate these religious folk, man. They think you could just. Do we have to let them in? Like, has the church really bought its way into that many systems? That's so stupid. Fucking religion, man. All right, fine. You got clearance to go through.
Thank you.
You have
You.
You have clearance for the main astral belt, Soul 1. Be careful out there and star speed, or whatever it is you believe in.
Star speed to you too.
God bless.
Quinn's gonna turn to Father and be like, "You haven't actually talked that much about your religion. What do you believe in?"
Yeah, and is it cool for you to do like lying and stuff?
I'm not exactly any longer part of the church, to say the least. But basically, what we believe in is we worship the beings that were born from the dying stars. So, but the church has its ways, and I've since stepped away. It's the long story made short.
So
Basically, they're a bunch of dicks.
So do you guys believe in like gods on like some other planet out there?
No, see, goodbye. A star has a life, and it dies, and then out of that death sparks a being, a new life, and that being is a god, and we worship those gods.
So is it like you're a Mormon, like that? Are you friends with the Mormons?
Quinn gets
I just look
noticeably
over.
uncomfortable and turns around, and like you can see them like reach up towards their chest.
I just look over at Quinn, and then just look back at Tobias, and yeah, Tobias. Basically, I'm kind of a Mormon.
Oh, okay.
Different church, but the same thing. Yeah, why not?
Gobias is kind of just like mentally checked off, like Father Callus, Mormon.
You got it.
One connection has been made.
Genius. Perfect. There is
First
now
one of the
one
year.
more neuron in Mr. Gobias's brain. He is now 200% smarter than he was. And as you guys enter into the gate, the large fabric of warped space just bending and shifting, your ship begins to stretch, and you feel that nauseating sensation of being pulled forward and also simultaneously stretched backward as you'll launch into warp. And you have a little bit of downtime over the next hour or so as you guys travel through the warp towards Mars. If there's anything you like to do, and you guys can all take a short rest from me as well, if that's something that mattered. But yes, you also have, if there's anything that you guys wanted to do, any roleplay, feel free to. You guys have a little bit of about an hour before you get there. All right, well, nobody just jump at it at once, you know?
Like, fine.
All right, sounds good. Well, as the hour comes to a close, the warp you begin to feel the lessening of the pull of space, as you feel it most acutely. Syl, as you know, you've been a pilot for a while, you understand how it goes. And as you guys feel it, it comes to an abrupt stop as you're spit out of the warp and out into the asteroid belt just between Mars and Jupiter. As you look out, there is a series of explosions in the background as you look out, and there seems to be two fleets clashing just outside the warp gate.
Oh, that's why it's closed. Okay.
You hear over the comms almost immediately, what are you doing in IFN airspace? Leave now!
Alright, sorry. And I'll just dive towards Mars.
Okay. You guys are a little bit far as you're kind of in the asteroids field as you sorry. And they say, what do you mean sorry? Are you part of the rebel fleet or not?
Nope. Alright, we're civilians.
Go to make a persuasion check for me, please.
Daniel, I'm gonna come over to the like a co-pilot's chair or something.
Yeah.
Sit down and say, don't worry about it, Sil. Just focus on flying. I'll talk to these guys for you.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yep. To Gobias, you get on the chair. What do you say, buddy?
I say, hey, we're just heading down to Mars. We're not really rebels or anything. We're with And then Gobias is gonna look over toward Father Callus, and then it's like snapping his fingers. He's like, we're with Mormonism.
Oh my god.
He's gonna click off the radio
jump in
and look at Sil and be like, that worked last time.
There is a tense silence across the board for about 20 seconds as there is no response, and then you hear over the Mormon. You know what? Sure, make a persuasion check to Gobias. Make a persuasion check. Let's see how it goes. I want to know. I want to know if this succeeds.
The Father looks up, gods help us.
I want to know.
Gobias looks at Callus and says, there's only one God, and that's Jesus. Did you say? Oh, you said
no.
persuasion.
It's a persuasion, not a religion check,
I
mate.
put the wrong one. Persuasion.
Oh, God.
With a 9, the tense silence comes to a close at the end of 20 seconds, where you hear, you are in strict violation of the codes of space warfare, Article 127, and you are hereby going to be apprehended by the fleet. And you see as 2 starfighters peel off from one of the fleets in your direction.
Go!
Alright, go
Oh,
time.
hell
Can we get
no.
some people on the gunner seats?
I
Yeah,
got
Ash
it
is
20
already
seconds,
there.
you guys. I got it 20 seconds.
All right,
As the gunner, still you're piloting, right?
all right, who's on what roll?
I'm
I
taking
want to
one
be
of
on the
gunners.
biggest fucking turret you got.
You got 2 big fucking guns, so choose one of them.
Whichever one's my baby.
All right, so you can go grab on your gunner. Go ahead and look in your key items, and you should be able to see the Sirius X9 Dead Dog, which now has 2 mounted turrets, as well as a couple of new features on it. All right, so who else is in what other positions?
I'll take the other gunner.
Okay, you'll take the other gunner. For the remaining people, you guys can also take spacesuits and get out onto the hull of the ship if that's something that interested you.
I want to stay in like my co-pilot chair, and I want
Okay.
to be on like comms and helping with navigation and stuff like that.
Lovely. So you'll be able to actually confer advantage or do co-pilot maneuvers with Syl, and that leaves Kyle as Quinn. What do you want to do?
I can go outside and just
Okay.
like be on the spaceship, or what are the other
You
options?
absolutely can. You could also work on the engineering base should you guys suffer any damage or anything like that. Or you can help like with one of the gunners and give them advantage on their attacks to like be like their aiming targeting system basically.
You know, I wear a spacesuit all the time. I can go outside.
All right, you're going outside. All right,
Oh.
so Quinn on the
I have an
outside
idea.
of the hall.
I have an
all right.
idea. It probably won't work.
Lovely, we'll see what happens. All right, as you climb on the outside, as you all steer, veering into the asteroid field, these screeching starfighters just come out of the shadows of the asteroid field and begin pursuing you all. I need you all to roll initiative for me, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inishi.
Inishi.
Ooh, look at that. That's big Inishi right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's get that initial.
It's BIE. Big Inishi energy.
All right, all right, all right.
16 inish.
Nice, nice, nice. So let's go ahead and double check. Okay, so Quinn is 12. Ash, you are 9. Sil, what are you? 15?
15.
15. Nice. So, all right, and then for Father Callus, to answer your question, that's average damage. You just rolled a 2d12.
What is it to hit?
9. So you're 16 initiative for Father Callus. To hit is it should be on there. It says +6. All right. Okay, so I have Quinn, Ash, Callus is 16, and then Gobias, do I have you?
I'm 19.
19 is your initiative. Nice. Okay. All right, everyone. Here we go. Gobias, you are first up on the turn order.
So what can I do? If I'm in the co-pilot chair, can I do all of the pilot stuff?
Yes,
besides,
I'll allow
like-
you to do one of the pilot stuff as well. So you basically get a second pilot action.
Cool. I will just hover my finger over the big red button that's labeled flares, do not touch, and Gobias is just like quivering in excitement to be able to push the
You
button.
got it.
I'm gonna ready my action to do that
You
if
got
we
it.
get shot by like a missile or something.
You got it. Lovely. Understood. So you are all prepped and ready to go with that certain action. You got it. So you're ready if like something starts heading your way. That's gonna happen. Lovely. All right. Cool. So then, all right. After you're up, readying your action, Callus, you are up. Still, you're on deck.
Perfect. Okay. I'm going to go straight for first engine. One of their engines.
Yes. So these ones only have a solitary engine in the back. It's a little hard to get an angle, but you can try to. Do you want to target the one on the bottom or the one at the top?
Is there a massive turret gun sticking out of me first?
Sorry, excuse me, what? The turret is on the ship, and think like Star Wars, like on the Millennium Falcon, where Luke and Han are in those little cockpits piloting the guns, where they're kind of controlling them rotationally. That's where you are.
All right, let me rephrase that. Do I see a huge barrel sticking off the side of their
Oh
ship?
yes, there are 2 huge barrels on each of theirs. There's one.
Okay.
They have 2 on either wing. It looks like one on either wing.
I'm going to first go for one of their guns.
Okay, which one? Bottom or top?
One of their turrets. Let me do the bottom one, and let me do this one right here, sir.
All right, you got it. It's aiming for that gun. Yes, sir.
All
Go ahead and
right.
roll to attack with the mounted turret as you swing it over and start going with an 11 to hit. It kind of grazes past the back end of the wing and actually isn't able to get a solid hit in as the bullets just strafe off and slam into one of the asteroids behind. As these asteroids all begin orbiting and moving closer to you all, the fighter just swerving out of the way, seemingly particularly fast. All right, that's your turn?
That's the end of my turn, yeah.
All right, Kaz, that's the end of your turn. Sil, it is now you.
While I'm flying, I'm gonna try to like dodge in and out of smaller asteroids, and then
Okay.
when we pass one, I'm going to try to grapple gun the asteroid to try to pull it behind us to try to like make them crash into it.
Okay, I
Oh,
need you to
hell
make.
yeah.
I need you to make
That's
this is a
badass.
piloting maneuver. I need you to make a piloting maneuver as you aim for a specific like smaller asteroid and begin to try and like just yank it so that it'll hit. You don't have to roll the grapple cable to hit because it's an object. As the grapple hit cable just tink, like launches out and embeds inside of the asteroid. Now you need you to make that piloting maneuver.
Is that intelligence plus?
That's gonna be your intelligence plus your proficiency. Yes, plus the d20 roll.
Okay, got it. Oh, 25.
Oh my god.
Wow.
As you shoot the
yeah.
grapple cable out. Poof. You begin this like massive maneuver in which you start to like pendulum swing, like just thrusting downward and to the side and kind of like making this deep dive as the two fighters careen after you. And as you do so, the grapple cable goes taut as the whole ship starts shaking with all of you on board. And the asteroid slings off and begins to like turn a parabola arc, and it slams into the ship on the bottom. I need you to go ahead and roll 4d12 for me. Go ahead and roll 4d12 for me, Mason.
Big damage.
Oh! 30 damage as it
Oh, big
slams
money. No
into the
whammies.
side of that fighter, and its right gun is completely out of commission. As you see it sparking, kind of sparking and steaming outside. Nice stuff,
Cool.
man.
And that's my turn.
Great turn. Quinn, it is now you are up. Ash, you're on deck.
How like frequent are the asteroids? Are we like constantly dodging them?
You're not.
or-
So you're kind of weaving in and out. None has like completely gone on your path yet, but you do see one that is coming up that looks particularly large that you're gonna have to like dodge out of the way of.
Perfect.
How
But,
is
like,
how is? Sorry, I'm just curious. Like, how is Quinn staying on the ship? Do they have like space boots? Like,
Yes, they do have
magnet
space boots that are currently magnetized to the top
Okay,
of
cool.
the ship. Yeah.
I will take a like bullet right before in my gun,
Mhm.
and I will take like a little. You see, well, none of you see. Basically, I'm going to like inject it with my internal light to cause it to glow, and then I'm going to shoot that glowing bullet at like the face of one of these ships.
Okay.
So I'm lighting up the bullet, try to like flashbang basically.
you're gonna
them.
flashbang it. All right. What do they need to make for me? What do they need to make?
So that will be a deck save.
Deck save. You got it. Okay. That's cocked. Oh, I think that might. 11.
That fails.
11 fails. Nice. And so it is now blinded.
No. I'm literally cast the light cantrip on a bullet. and shot it at
You
him.
got it. You got it. Just boom.
So,
Okay.
like,
Oh, gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
don't know what you want to do.
Yeah,
but
no. That's cool. That's cool. Did you want to do? So you want to do damage towards it? So go ahead and roll damage for roll to hit for that, because that's not.
Well,
really
I
a
can
dex
treat
save.
it as another of my
Oh, you can.
spells.
Sure.
Let's do
So
the
go ahead
dex
and
save
do.
one.
Yeah, let's do a dex save.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
8 radiant.
Nice. 8 damage as this kind of like flare goes off and kind of ignites off the top of it. Nice stuff. This one's looking pretty rough, actually. This one down here is looking not so great. All right, Quinn, does that end your turn with that one shot?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I have
Okay.
anything else to do.
Lovely. Sounds good. All right, Quinn. Ash, you are now up, and the two fighters on deck.
All right, I am going to shoot over at this one up on the left.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'm also aiming for like, is the front of this? Is that where I can tell like the pilot is?
That is a cockpit, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna aim for the cockpit.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack. So this is against the hull.
15 plus 6, 21.
That hits. Go and roll damage.
All right,
Nice stuff. Ooh!
30.
Ooh!
That's nasty.
As a barrage of bullets carves up the side of the fighter, it kind of sparks a little bit, and you watch it kind of like disappear for a moment just below one of the asteroids and kind of swerve up. A couple of your bullets caught like the outside rim, but weren't enough to quite shatter like it seems like the bulletproof glass on the front of the ship. So it doesn't look like maybe you can like get shots into the pilot, but the ship looks quite damaged as there's a little bit of sputtering happening on it as well, as it's taken quite a solid hit at this point. Nice stuff.
Sweet.
All right, cool. Next up is the two fighters. As one of them, one of the guns disabled, kind of moves and slides into position and kind of lines up with your right thruster, your engine, and goes to take one shot, as it does not have the ability to take two. Oh, it's only the first shot, not the second one. Otherwise, it'd be so lucky. So that's 11 to hit with that one, which misses. And then it gonna strafe outward as you make that like series of shots, and Gobias, you kind of like look around the side and kind of yell something. What do you want to yell as you notice them kind of lining up for the shot?
Hey, they're shooting at us.
And then you go ahead and just pilot out of the
Come on.
way sill as you like kind of swerve the ship. What do you want to do, Gobias?
What was they? Were they gonna? Was that like? a missile about to hit us, or was that the
Oh!
regular gunfire?
That was gunfire that they were about to do. So you can actually do flares if you want. Since you're readying it for their attack, yeah.
I thought, did Syl already put out of the way, though?
That would be flavoring. That was flavoring. So if you want to do flares, that would actually put disadvantage on all their attacks for the rest of this turn. Yeah.
I ball up my fist and go, yeehaw! And slam my fist into the red button.
You got it. As you slam your fist into the red button, a series of ports kind of open up on the backside of the ship, and a series of flares eject into the sky of the asteroids, kind of obscuring your ship with a little bit of smoke, a little bit of heat and light just kind of flashing around the area, disorienting the targeting systems of those ships. And you watch as that like flash of machine guns actually just goes completely wide from your flares. The second one is going to try and line up and make an attack at this thruster over here on the left. Both of these at disadvantage. That's going to be a 10 to hit and then a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
So only one of the pairs of shots hits, and that's going to do... give me a second. That's gonna be only 11 points of damage as the machine guns fire over, and some of them like scrape off of the hull, and some of them catch a little bit of the engine. So 11 points of damage to the engine there.
Gotcha.
So
All
Daniel, I got a question for you.
Yes, I have an answer for you.
How much of my stuff, quote unquote, if you catch my drift, can I channel through this gun, if you will?
As
as
it's a gun.
effect with the ship.
You can't. It's a gun.
We can't.
You're piloting the ship now. It's the ship, right? It's not like an extension of your hand, or like it's not.
I thought maybe if I like
good
at
question.
one of their bullets or something like that, there could be like something that there's like an effect there. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, but
all right, cool. No,
also, Daniel, I have a question.
Because we're one body. That makes sense.
The 11 HP. Does that go just to the thrusters or also to the main hull?
So that one goes, if they're targeting a specific system, that one goes just to the thrusters.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool, yeah.
All right. That's going to be the end of the IFN ship's turn as they're both kind of streaking and kind of piloting in and out of the asteroids as you guys swerve, and a huge asteroid is coming up on the way in front of you. Gobias, it is now your turn. Callus, you're on deck.
I also have a question.
Yes, what's
it says
question?
It says that our ship has a damage threshold.
It does.
What is it?
Great. So it's did I not say? It should be 10. It should be 10. Any damage below 10, any damage below 10 damage does no damage, because you're in a hull of a pretty hefty ship, right? But because the damage is 11, it just
can't be that hefty if a 9mm is penetrating our tinfoil ship.
I mean, that's what it is. You don't know. It's in the vacuum of space, So, yeah. But that's what it is. So, so that's the damage threshold. That's the damage threshold. It's 10.
And one more question.
Yep.
When things get penetrated a good amount, the
phrasing on that, man. Like, really?
I know. I'm sorry.
When you insert the bullets a certain amount of
purpose.
length into the orifice, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't mean
God,
to, but I'm a
to
child. I'm so sorry. No, but in seriousness, when enough bullets hit and we take enough damage, will there be like alarms and stuff if we're at risk, considering the vacuum of space and all that good stuff? Are there environmentals that get involved as well?
Just look at the stat block. You'll see everything that's there is what mechanically happens. But I will be flavoring things for sure. That's the game. That's the story. So yeah. The only thing is your systems can get shut down. For example, your turret has 40 HP, right? And if it gets destroyed, you can't use it no more. All right. Cool. So Gobias, it is your turn.
Gobias is going to reach down. Because the ship got penetrated, he's going to reach down and put on protection.
Oh my god.
He's going to put on like some oxygen or something onto his face.
Yeah, so you can bring down an oxygen mask,
Mm-hmm. And then how does the flares work? Do I roll the recharge?
Yeah, you need to roll the recharge. So roll d6 and see if you roll a 5 or a 6. And as you put the oxygen just over the tip of your lips, and as you protect just that little area, you feel protected against penetration.
It does not recharge.
Unfortunately, the flares aren't yet reloading. They're still in the process of reloading as you kind of like ready up again. So what is there anything else you want to do? You could give the help action to Mason. You could also do any number of things.
Yeah, I wanna help Syl out by trying to plot a course through this
Oh, nice.
like just past, like really close to this asteroid just ahead of us.
Sounds good. You
Like
begin.
that, so that he doesn't have to worry about figuring out where to go. He just has to fly.
You got it, you got it. So you pull up a navigation chart to your right that kind of holographically opens up, and you kind of start charting an area as that, and you start like putting that onto the dash so that Mason can, or so that Syl can see. Nice stuff, Tobias. So you'll have advantage on your next piloting maneuvers and other things that you want to do, Mason. All right, nice. Callus.
And then
you
free action.
Yeah, free action.
Free action. I want to pray to Jesus.
You got it. You pray to.
I'm gonna take
pray to
so
Jesus.
much advantage of the fact that we're finally we're finally playing a scenario where Jesus exists.
You got it. You pray to Jesus, and boy, you hope Jesus is listening from wherever
Dear
he is
space
outside the
Jesus,
asteroid field.
Please.
Dear Space Jesus. Yeah, that's the offshoot of
have us
Korean
not blow
Jesus,
up.
is Space Jesus. All right, Callus.
The opposite of Korea is space.
All right, Callus.
Oh my God.
Callus, Father Callus, you're up.
He's trying to go away from it so fast, but the opposite of space is Korea.
All right, Father Callus, you're up.
So I'm just gonna take another shot at how are either of these ships looking weaker at all?
Both of them have been hit. One of them by a fucking asteroid, and one of them by your guns. So yeah, they're looking. Both of them are
They're
looking hit.
rough.
Yeah, both of them are looking
Alright,
hit.
I'm gonna
yeah.
take a shot at the one with that got hit by the asteroid.
You got it. So the bottom ship. Go ahead and make your fire as you kind of rotate the turret in its direction. Go ahead and fire.
Perfect. I'm gonna do it right at the cockpit.
Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat.
And a rat-a-tat. Let's go. Oh baby, it's gonna be
Yeah, 18 plus 6,
24
so
to
that's
hit.
24. Go ahead and roll damage. Nice stuff. That's 2d12 plus
Wonderful.
5.
Perfect, thank you, sir.
Oh yeah.
Boom. So we got 15 damage.
Total. Nice. Yeah. No. That should be 17.
17.
Yeah, I lied. No,
Yep.
wait, no.
Yeah.
That's
12,
gonna be-
12 plus 5 is 17.
My sheet says +9. No,
Is it plus 9? I'm mistaken.
+9.
It is plus
Yeah.
9. Yeah. So
Oh,
20,
yeah, it is plus
21.
21 damage.
21. All right. As you
21.
like rotate the cockpit, kind of firing off your starboard side, and it kind of just traces across a line across the IFN starfighter, and you watch as the whole thing, as this line goes across it from your gunner position, it careens offward and slams into an asteroid and explodes against the back of the asteroid, as this one is now destroyed, and you all kind of veer off deeper into the asteroid field with only one pursuer. Nice stuff,
Hell yeah.
Callus. Nice stuff.
Sweet.
Syl, you are now up.
All right, so we're.
Oh, unless Callus, you want to shout something. If you want to shout something, you absolutely could.
I did, yeah.
Nice.
I just wanted to go in the name of the gods, motherfucker, and then just like mount it and just tear them up.
You got it.
You're gonna mount it?
Yeah, you're gonna penetrate it
Ash
and
from
mount
the
it.
from the other gunner chair, Ash like leans over and yells, "Aha! Get him!"
Nice. All right, Syl, you are up.
Nice.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Wait, Daniel, I do have one more question to see if I can do. If I were to step out of my chair, considering there's one more no, you know what? Actually, never mind. Keep move on.
You
Sorry.
got it. You got it.
I was gonna
Mason,
do something
Syl, you are up.
with Ash. All right.
All right.
Run over and high five him.
No.
Syl, you're up. Quinn, you're on deck.
We're going straight towards this big asteroid. I'm gonna invert us, going to a barrel roll and go underneath.
Excuse me?
Underneath the
You have
asteroid,
mag boots.
and yeah, and it's space.
Yeah, there's no upside down.
no,
It's space.
no
What do you
gravity.
want?
There's
You
gravity.
fool.
I'm gonna go underneath the asteroid and then come up on the other side, like while grappling to like Batman style, just like whip around. Try
Okay.
to get behind.
Dude, I'm about to go 4 million feet
Okay.
off this side of this
Make
ship.
a
You know?
make a piloting maneuver check with advantage, because Gobias gave you a navigation help. I'm assuming. Okay, I feel like I know what you want to do here. I feel like I know.
Like whipping
Yes,
around.
yes. Go ahead and make that piloting maneuver
Well,
with advantage.
yeah, I've rolled a 5 and a 6.
Oh, chink, as you like whip around. It's not quite enough to get you all to get you all the way across the other side of the asteroid, and you do end up kind of scraping some of the hull as you get real close to the edge of the asteroid. Quinn, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you're on the outside of the hull.
Yes. So that's going to be a 2 plus
Oh no.
2 is 4.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. 40.
All right.
It's 40.
So
I'm
you
10, right?
all right? Yep.
I'm scared.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as pieces of rock from the asteroid jettison out and just smack you on the face, threatening to pull you off of the hull, but not quite enough to do that. You have mag boots on, so you're able to stay on, but they do slap into you and they do cause a little bit of damage. As you are looking at your spacesuit, if you get hit by another thing like that, your spacesuit might rupture. All right.
But it was below his damage threshold, so it doesn't count.
Not
right?
quite. Not quite. Syl is in a ship. Hate to break it to you.
He is
But-
a spaceship.
Even though that does happen, and you also take a little bit of damage to the hull. Sorry. So Mason, the damage to the hull is this does not count from damage threshold. You're just taking this because you slammed into the side of the asteroid. That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Gotcha.
You are, however, able to rocket over onto the other side, and the IFN starfighter is like literally right in front of you
Oh yeah.
as you rocket over the other side of the asteroid.
Sick.
Nice stuff. Okay, Quinn, you are up. Ash, you're on deck.
Okay, cool. I can see it's very close to us. That's nice.
It's extremely close.
Is it like, can I move like half speed or something?
You can move half speed across the. No, you can move full speed across the hull.
Okay, it's fine. I'll just
Yeah.
move half speed.
That's up to you.
I'll take a handful of like ball bearings that I have,
Okay.
and they will start to like glow red hot as I hold them and like squeeze them tighter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna throw them onto the top of this ship.
Okay, as you begin superheating these ball bearings and you throw them, go ahead and roll to attack.
So this is the ship needs to make a dex save.
The ship needs to make a dex save. You got it. So this is that's a natural 17. It's a little high.
Oh shit. Okay. So it passes and doesn't take any damage.
Doesn't take any damage.
But-
Gotcha.
A quote bonfire is now on top
Oh,
of the ship.
you got it. As you like throw the ball bearings, they're like superheated to the point that you're watching the surface of the hull start to glow a little bit on top, but it's not quite enough to like start burning into the hull yet. It's gonna take a little bit more time, even though these ball bearings are superheated. But good stuff.
Where is the entry to get back?
The entry is right next to you. It's right here. The hole is basically right in the center of the ship, right there. You see it, right?
Could I like drop down?
Yeah, absolutely. You can like grab the hatch, open it, and get down into the airlock. As
Cool,
you
I'd like
hear
to
the
do that.
hiss behind you of like the repressurization of that small chamber. Nice stuff, Quinn. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right. As you are
I
now
would not like to be
inside.
on the outside,
Yeah,
thank you.
you're not on the inside. Ash, you're up.
All right. Well, considering that we're so close to this ship,
Mm-hmm.
is there any part of it that I can see that seems like it might be especially vulnerable to being hit? Like
yes,
I'm looking
the
for
engine
like,
is
an engine
literally right on the back. As you see, its propulsion is facing you. That little
Great.
engine.
I'm gonna try to hit it.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit, please.
Nat 20.
Oh!
Yes.
Double your dice. That's 2d12
Oh,
plus
fuck.
9. So 2d12 doubled and then plus 9.
My
Okay.
God.
My
So do I roll
God.
4d12 then,
Oh,
or
You could also roll 4d12. That also works as well.
okay? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
4d12 plus 18.
Plus 9, just 9. You don't double the modifier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad
Ooh.
rolls.
Some bad rolls, but still 27 damage is
Yeah.
you watch as you just like line up straight with the engine and just like straight into the back of it as you watch several of the bullets like catch on the inside as you see like sparking and flaring on the inside of the engine, just kind of like almost like it looks like the ship is about to explode. Not quite there, but about to.
Great. You just hear Ash like sitting in his chair laughing.
All right, next up is the fighter. The fighter, like, kind of completely overwhelmed, is going to, like, streak out this way. and it's going to attempt to make a maneuver. It's gonna try and flip around and like go to fire at you, like kind of like jousting style as it goes to flip around. Let's see how it does on its piloting maneuver. Terribly, very, very poorly, as it is now like as it like clips one of the asteroids and actually starts like tumbling and is now like in free fall. Just kind of like spiraling. You guys will have advantage on any next attacks that you guys take against the starfighter.
Wonderful.
All right, Gobias, you are now up as this fighter is now tumbling out the side, starting to rocket away. Callus, you're up. Or sorry, Gobias, you're up. Callus, you're on deck.
All right, I'm gonna roll the flares again, just
You
in
got it.
case. Oh, that's a 6. We got flares.
Flares.
Flares are back.
Nice, flares are
online.
back on. Yes, sir.
I slam. Gobias slams his fist into the bottom of the like control panel, and the button lights back up again, and he goes, "Hell yeah!"
All right, as the button ding is like now reloaded.
And but I think Gobias is going to do the same thing as he did last time, and just try and chart a quick route down to the surface of Mars from here.
You got it. You got it. Okay, sounds good. You do so. You're providing the help action. Callus, you are up still. You're on deck. All right,
Shit
Father.
about
What do you...
the expanse of the ship. If I were to try to get to the airlock, get my suit on, would I be able to get out of the ship in this turn?
If you don't have your spacesuit already on, it takes about a minute to put it on. It's a lot of like moving parts and stuff. You'd have had to have your spacesuit on already for the spacewalk, like Quinn, or gotten ready in the time before the combat started.
Got it. No problem at all. All right, so then I'm gonna take that gunner by the grip, and
right.
I'm gonna aim at. I'm gonna do a mass body shot. You said it is
spiraling
like
out of control
right now.
Exactly.
Got it. So I'm just gonna take a mass body shot in that case.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll it with advantage.
That's gonna be a 13 to hit.
At advantage?
Oh, sorry.
Because it's corkscrew.
13 to hit, yeah.
13 to hit. 13 unfortunately misses as the machine gun shots kind of off on the side and kind of slam into an asteroid, splitting the asteroid into smaller chunks that kind of like spit out and are now like floating in the space. It's close. It's so close, but it's not quite out. Still, you are up.
Okay, what is the size difference between that fighter and our ship?
Oh no!
It's about.
I was about to yell it.
It's slightly smaller. It's slightly smaller.
I just want to yell out to Syl from below deck, ram it!
It is a starfighter, and you are a starfreighter, so you were built for a little bit more punishment and, carrying goods, so...
We're built a little bit different.
I wasn't gonna go for the ram, but I guess
I'd like to punch.
I guess you guys want the ram, so I'm just gonna full throttle just ram it.
Okay! Make a piloting maneuver for me, please, with advantage.
22.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
As
There we go.
you all, like, the gunners, you all almost fall off your chairs as suddenly the dead dog accelerates as fast as possible towards the direction of this corkscrewing starfighter out of control as it goes to slam. You guys all brace for impact. So please roll 2d12 for me.
That crazy motherfucker.
13 damage.
13 damage. How do you want to do this?
I'm just like, you're just ramming it, and I just want to hit it and then knock it into an asteroid. And
You got it, you got it. You slam into the right wing. You all boom, almost fall out of your chairs again as the massive impact throws you forward. And then, as it does, you see this massive dent, this huge, like, cave-in of the right wing where it's not even, like, properly stabilized anymore. And just from the sheer momentum of you slamming into the fighter, it, like, careens off, and you watch it, like, disappear behind the surface of an asteroid, reappear, and then this one asteroid that's floating upward, this, like, blaze of flame and sparks and metal just, like, scatter out into space. However, because of the ram, you do take your ship does take 20 points of bludgeoning damage from ramming into
Okay.
the. Into
How
the
did we
star.
take more damage than the little baby ship?
You know, who knows? Who knows?
Conservation
That's
momentum.
how physics works.
That is how
Our,
physics
our
works.
ship, our
Good
ship
end.
sucks. We get damaged by 9mm bullets, and we take our big ass ship takes more damage than that little spindly thing.
All right. But with
We need
that,
a new boat.
as you guys like scream out of the asteroid belt, you guys are now out of combat.
Ooh.
Nice stuff. As you guys all begin to pilot down towards the surface of Mars, you're able to find a spaceport just fine. Having successfully escaped the IFN blockade, and now able to find some sort of respite, or at least a place to start your investigation of where these folks might have gone. And that's where we're gonna go and take our break.
Nice.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys in 5 minutes. See you guys in 5
okay.
minutes.
5 minutes,
See
just down dead.
ya. And welcome back. You are able to find yourself on the spaceport and go out and investigate as you're able to quickly find a small saloon town over in Mars that you're able to post up at. The beginning of your search for Cutlass and his crew and whatever may have gone on, where you could reclaim your bounty. As you all find yourself in this town. And in Mars, on the surface, the red dusted planet. What are you guys doing?
I see the picture. Are we in town?
So you guys are like just landed at the spaceport, and you guys can start asking questions, figuring out where to go. You have a couple leads. You have the receipts that were given you. And then anyone else might have any clues from the crew. You go ahead and pipe up.
Well, I'm Daniel. My character's very familiar with Mars, right?
You are. You should be.
Right.
Go to make a history check then, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also have an old.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Nice. Sil, you wanted to say something?
I also have a friend that I think is on Mars right now. But let's check the receipts first.
Yeah. So as you're kind of like pouring over everything, and especially on Mars, Father, you remember that Mars used to be one of the foremost outposts in the Titan Wars, specifically of the IFN, what would become the IFN. And there's a bunch of communication devices, a bunch of different setups, and it's also in some ways kind of like a frontier town. Parts of it have not fully developed since the Titan Wars, and as people have asked the IFN to leave and to leave their presence from the planet. But you remember there's at least a pretty good info broker somewhere nearby, and with a Nat 20, you know that his name is you know that the place that he operates out of is called El Vaquero.
All right. So if we want to make heads or tails of this here receipts, find out where we're going, El Vaquero is where to be. You guys want to head over?
You guys look at those ones, and I'll look at this one. And Sir Tobias holds up like a one of the pieces of paper that has it's like one of the ones that has just like one line on it, and it's like an empty piece of paper otherwise. He says, this one, it's like some kind of bar they went to. I'll investigate it. Make sure, the drinks they bought were fine.
Father Callus is just going to bend his head and kind of adjust his glasses. Does someone want to go with Tobias to make sure he doesn't get into too much trouble?
Yeah.
I'll make sure. I have the syrup I used last time to bring him back to life. I'll probably need one of those. And check through my like chemical pouch and make sure I have like do
the cherry one. I like that one.
basically just cure his alcohol poisoning when it happens, and then I'll follow him in.
All right, sounds good. The two groups split up, kind of walking through town toward different directions. After about 15 minutes, as you're walking over, Sil and Father, and Ash. As you kind of walk over, you see the front of what looks to be El Vaquero. It's a particularly kind of antique-styled saloon. And there, as you're there, coming in your direction towards the bar is Gobias and Quinn in the direction of the saloon.
Goodbye. So it looks like we ended up at the same place after all. Come on in. I know the owner. I'll get you a drink.
Just one. Okay. To start, sure. And Gobias is gonna stroll on in. He's gonna do the thing where he slams really hard the saloon doors,
Mm-hmm.
and then stands. He slams the saloon doors open really hard, and then stands still at the front door,
Uh-huh.
and then scratches, and then like pulls up his pants, and then walks to the bar.
You got it. As you slam open the doors. And as you do so, boom, slamming the doors open, you see the saloon before you, an ancient Wild West styled frontier saloon with antique piano and harpsichord in the back, various mugs and ales, different pieces of what looks to be like dead and stored fossiled antelope skulls and other pieces of equipment. And there's also seeming to be a recording playing of some old style saloon music in the background. And as you kick open the doors, immediately all the patrons' eyes all turn towards you. Many different types. Some of them looking to be some mining folk, a couple people from the city. It's somewhat sparse. Not too many people here today. As you're kind of looking around at the crew, all of them. And as you see the owner kind of like shining a glass at the front, kind of looks up at you all as you stride your way in.
Actually, do the
Tobias?
exact opposite of what Tobias just did, as I am.
Gobias doesn't notice anybody looking at him at all. He's just on his way to the bar.
Sounds good. As you begin marching your way over. Hola ustedes. Welcome to El Vaquero. Pull up a seat. What can I get you to drink on this hot Mars Day? Margarita? We love tequila drinks here. Our special El Vaquero.
Yola, can I get a un cerveza, por favor?
Cerveza. Sure. That's we can definitely arrange that for you. We have better
Una
mixed drinks here.
cerveza de espacio, please.
All right.
He's gonna Gobias gonna turn to Quinn and says, "That means space
I'm
beer."
not near you. I am nowhere near you.
Then Gobias just turns to his right, not actually looking behind him, just kind of tilts his head that way and says that to no one.
You see the owner kind of like shake his head a little bit and then reach down in the bar, and then he like pulls one of the levers where like a bunch of fresh beer just like fills this glass with frothing beer, like very, very nice ale, puts it up and boom, puts it back onto the table for you. I'm assuming you're opening a tavern, my friend.
Oh, definitely.
Fair enough, enjoy. As for the
My
rest
name's,
of you,
The
yes.
name's Callus, by the way. That's who's paying the tab.
Carlos is Carlos. Madre mía, is that what I think it is? Dios
I'm just
mío.
gonna take off my glasses. Yes, there
Senor
it is.
Carlos and Sil Argori. As he actually kind of walks, he puts a hand on you, Callus, and kind of puts a hand, but he goes in and he full on embraces Sil. It's been too long, mijo.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, hey, listen up, everybody. He kind of snaps and kind of like gets the attention of people in the bar. I raised this boy, huh? Eso pendejo is the best pilot in the star system and a damn good friend as well. How you doing, mijo? It's been too long. Oh, hey, Miguel, you go ahead and keep the bar running. Get these people whatever they need. None of them are paying for anything, and I need to catch up with my friend. Here, let's grab a table. You hear one of the servers, Miguel, kind of pops up. I need to get off in 20 minutes. Cállate! I'm the boss around here. You stay as long as you need to. And he like goes over and pulls up a seat, kicks his feet up on the table, and kind of waves you all to join him.
I'll go over and join.
Yeah, we do. I do so as well.
Gobias is gonna walk over, but he's gonna pause midway over to grab Miguel and just say, send, just keep the beers coming.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying for these. They're
I'll
free.
get you a picture. Yep.
He kind of like is backing up at the smell of your breath. As you guys are over at the table.
Gobias like kind of smacks him on the back
Uh,
and then walks over to the
Can
table.
I grab Miguel before he goes to the back?
Sure. As Miguel's kind of moaning, like, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to be here for another hour," and he kind of looks over at you.
Just put a little bit of this in it. He'll be knocked out after the first one. We don't need to worry about it.
Oh.
I'll give him a little vial.
Thank you. Sure.
Are you gonna roofie him? What the-
Kidding me?
I would like to roofie some Gobias.
You got it. You got it. As he puts you put a pill in his hand.
poison in my drink.
As you guys all gather on El Vaquero, you see the man who's the owner of this bar, this aged looks to be like Mexican man with a particularly nice hat, good facial hair, and an eye patch over his left eye. The broad smile, though, with some of his teeth kind of filled in with silver-plated teeth instead of real ones. But a warm demeanor as he kicks his feet up on the table. ¿Quiénes son tus amigos here? Tell me, who are you? Who is my hijo running around with?
Soy Gobias.
Got it.
Nice to meet ya.
We already met. How about the rest of you?
Ash sort of shifts uncomfortably in his seat and says, "Name's Ash."
Ash. Pleasure. His eyes kind of stay on you for a second longer than is comfortable, and then he moves on to the rest of the crew. And Father, it's been a while since you come into my shop, huh?
Yes, yeah.
What happened to
You
you
know?
being a regular?
I don't know, something else took me across the stars a bit.
Was it
Been in a
really?
little bit of a box of nails, if I say so myself. Been a little hectic, but we're back, and we're actually here not for a social call. We're here for a little bit of information, if you will.
Oh, so you need my services as a broker?
Yes.
Is that it? All right. Fair enough. Well, for those of you who don't know me, save for my two friends here, soy Asimov. Asimov el Vaquero, in a previous life, but no more. Estoy viejo. I'm older than I used to be, not as good of a shot anymore. I think I missed
Were
the
you
name
ever
of
a
your
good
friend
one?
over here as well. Oh, Sir, no need to be like that, mijo. You're the one who learned everything from me, so if I'm a bad shot, that makes you worse. He turns over to Quinn. He goes, as for you, I didn't ever cut your name.
Quinn.
Pleasure. Good to meet you. Don't get many Starspawn over here. Kind of smiles a little bit. So, what can Asimov el Vaquero do for you in terms of information?
Take a look at these, and I just nod my head over towards. Sil, do you have the receipts?
I thought someone else had them. I don't think I have them.
I think you have them, Father.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, I think I have some of them, and I think then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I have
And
them
then,
all. All right,
and
cool. I'll
then,
pull 'em out. No,
Gobias has the one that leads to the bar.
got it. I'm gonna slide over
Oh,
the ones that are in my possession.
I threw that receipt away after I got here.
That's,
And Gobias is like, he like wipes his hand across his beard and goes, whew, close one. And then he's gonna guzzle that beer, and then look around for Miguel to bring in that pitcher.
I'm just gonna slide the receipts forward.
All right.
You recognize any of the purchases or shops on this here ticket?
Sure. Let me see. Kind of pulls in a couple. Oh, you have some black market goods here. Yeah, I remember him. He's a fence. Fence for the triad. Yeah, some interesting things here. Why are they getting rid of Titan War weaponry? I feel like that's something you'd want to hoard in this kind of age. Why stockpile so much on Jinza? It's just going to waste away in a couple years anyways. He's muttering to himself a little bit as he's kind of like looking around. Miguel comes over with one pitcher of beer for you, a full-on pitcher for you, Gobias, and for the rest, he has a round of drinks as well.
Daniel, as soon as he mentions,
Okay.
as soon as he
Gobias?
mentions fence and post Titan War weaponry, is there one person that sticks out in my brain from the triad that would be useful to those kind of purchases?
Go ahead and make a history check with advantage.
That's going to be a 24.
24.
23?
Yeah, there's a number of different fences, all located all across the
Got it.
galaxy.
Alright,
So
cool.
there's notable markings. The ones that you know, there's some spaces that masquerade as a church of the Dying Star. Those ones would have the collar, right? Others would have. You would see that if people have an 8-headed dragon tattoo, that would mark them as part of the Orochi triad. And then a lot of those have fences. There's like little shadow marks that they leave. But as he's kind of looking over it, and the round of drinks now given to all of you, he pauses at one. Oh, really? Now that is interesting. What kind of business do you have with Cutlass?
Atlas, you said.
He's looking at all of you now.
Gobias is pouring himself one of those beers, and he kind of sniffs and he goes, "Ooh, kind of like a cherry flavored beer. Interesting."
We don't
Hey,
make
but
that
then
kind
he's-
of thing. And then Miguel kind of gives like a to him. Oh.
Oh, cool. You made this one special for me then. I appreciate that, my amigo.
Right,
But
mi amigo.
who's this gutless guy? And then Tobias takes a swig.
Got it. Cutlass. You're having business with him and you don't know who he is?
Well, a couple of us ran into him last year. We stranded his ship, left him alive, and I guess it came back to haunt us. He came back and killed one of our friends. He stole from us.
Really? Wow, plot thickens, huh?
Always does.
Alright. Listen, I have some exclusive information for you. Things that only I know. About Cutlass. And actually about what he's planning. But I'm going to need a bit of money up front, if I'm going to be honest. If I'm going to make this deal, you know. Gotta make sure I stay in business, right? Saloon is going to pay for itself.
Mm.
That's totally understandable. As Tobias is pouring himself a second drink from the pitcher.
You got it. Tobias, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, my thing went away. Hold on.
14?
That's a 14.
14?
Unless you wanted me to make it a disadvantage.
Nah, I'm not gonna be mean. I'm feeling a little sleepy, man. It's only been 3 drinks, but you're feeling a little sleepy. It's weird. A little tired.
This is some good stuff.
Thank you. We make only the best here. But like I was saying,
Tobias is resting his face on his fist already.
you
But
got
he's
it.
still drinking.
If you're gonna want any information, at least additionally about Coles, I'm gonna need a little bit of that ginza, huh?
What do you say to? What do you say to 3,000?
3,000 ginza? 7,000.
5.
7,000 ginger.
5. That's all we got.
6,500. And then
Seven.
we have a working relationship then, huh? 7,000. 7,000. Your
No.
friend here strikes a hard bargain.
No,
Tobias has his
he's
eyes closed. There's 7,000.
7,000. Your friend drives a hard bargain. I like him. He should come to my shop more often.
What's this guy's name again?
Right.
Daniel?
Asimov.
Asimov. Asimov, what's the deal with this price here? You used to give out information like this for 500.
For 500? You think I would be doing this for 500? Whoever told you that must be lying. But yeah, you're right. My prices have gone up. It's a dangerous world, man.
The galaxies? IFN is on my fucking tail every single day. Yeah, things get pricier when they become more dangerous. Life is getting
This
harder
year-
for bounty hunters like you and for information brokers like me. Right? Our time is almost up, amigo.
This year, Cutlass, does he scare you at all?
Someone I want to be on the bad side. Definitely. Luckily for me, that's not going to be me. But like I said, I'm not going to give you any more information if you're not going to pay me good rate.
Yeah, we heard you the first time, but listen, 5,000 gins is all we have to our collective names, and that's leaving us without anything to eat, but it's worth it. We gotta get what's ours. Take it or leave it.
Alright, 5,000, then you owe me a favor. How about that?
Fine. Just tell us what you know.
Put it on the table.
Who holds our money?
That's up to you all.
Oh,
Who
what
would?
does Jinza look like? Do we have like
Yeah.
1,000 Jinza chips?
So these are credits. So you store them on small disks, all floppy disks, but they're just a bit like thinner, lighter, easier to carry around. And each chip will store about 1,000.
Does he have like an Apple Pay thing we can just like tap it on?
You can hand over
feel
the
like-
disks.
I feel like Syl probably has them because he's the pilot.
Sure, I'll take
So you want to be
Um,
our credit treasurer?
5,000.
5,000.
I would
so.
just try to make sure that you don't let him know that we have more. Like, don't take out your whole wallet and like count out half the money because I was like, this is all we have.
Yeah, I'll make it look like we only have 5,000.
Okay. Since both of you are doing this, you can make a deception check or sleight of hand check at advantage. Since you're both
I'll
kind
do
of
sleight of
gussing
hand.
him up.
16.
16. He slides the chips over the side of the table, pockets them.
Alright. I'll tell you what I know. Cutlass, former Titan War veteran on the Separatist side. He was experimented on. And then, once they made him into a perfect soldier, the war stopped. He had killed hundreds, thousands of people on the IFN side. And now he had no command, no people, all of them leaving him to rot. So he was in jail. He was locked up for the past, decade or so. I only heard rumors that he recently got out. And that he's been hunting their heads ever since. The old guard. All those separatist leaders who abandoned him. Titan War veterans. And I heard a rumor that he's actually going to be at a crash site later today to broadcast some information he has. Something valuable. But that's just hearsay, you know? Just rumors.
Right. Rumors.
Right. If you get my meaning. He gives you a little wink.
Where would
He kind of whistles over to Miguel and kind of gives another 2 snaps of the hand, and Miguel kind of pipes up, goes back into the back room, seemingly like ordering new drinks.
Right. Where might a crew like us find a crash site like that?
Well, I can give you the coordinates since you paid me pretty handsomely. He like kind of takes a piece of paper and kind of jots down a couple of numbers. Says it's going to be in the far deserts. If you wanted, you could take a ride out of here.
I think we have a ride.
You have a ride. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Well,
But we might be able to use a guide.
or mode transportation that's a little more discreet. Catch my drift still.
Sure.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I know
maybe.
some people who can get you a couple of hover bikes down to a Surf the Sands. Pretty easy, if that's something you're interested in. You all go to make perception Go to make perception checks for me, y'all.
Yeah,
Ooh, yay.
19. 16.
Do I have that?
19.
Am I at disadvantage?
The 14 is you're drunk. You're not passed out. You didn't fail hard enough to be completely passed out, but you are drunk. So yeah, you do ability checks at a disadvantage now.
So 12 then.
So 12, got it. 19. Okay,
I rolled.
you got it. Callus and Ash,
I got a 21.
you start to hear some movement from upstairs. I can arrange for you for some bikes. Yeah, that's no problem at all. There's actually a guy who I know in town who's going to be just fine.
Where did Miguel go?
Miguel went into the back room, getting
I'm
more
just
drinks
gonna-
for us.
Oh no, I was asking Daniel, not sorry.
Oh, got it. You got it.
I'm just gonna stand up because I got a 21 perception. I'm assuming I heard
Oh, yeah, you did. You did hear that. The kind of movement from upstairs.
that. Yeah, I'm just gonna like scoot my chair back and man a few words. I'm gonna use the banyo and then
Oh, please,
start
my
walking
friend.
towards where Miguel went.
Before you go, we should finalize this deal. There's no need for this to be, for us to walk away from this.
I trust my crew here.
Uh,
And I'll start walking where Miguel went.
Okay.
Ash has sort of moved his hand over to his gun holster, just sort of getting ready for whatever might be happening, like keeping an eye out, and he's gonna lean over to sorry, what's this guy's name?
Asimov El Vaquero.
Yeah, he's gonna lean over and be like, listen, I don't know what's going on, but we're not the kind of people you want to fuck with. Got it?
Oh. I wasn't doing anything of the sort. In fact, the only one I really have interest in is you, Orville Bascom. You have a 2.6 million Ginza bounty on your head. And while I love the business, I hate to say it, I love my bounties a bit more. You hear
Oh,
of a bunch of guns all cocking as a bunch of the patrons have all stood up and are now like drawn all their guns in the direction of your table. No hard feelings.
Oh, and Sir Tobias is gonna reach down into his pants and pull out his shotgun.
Okay.
Where
Father
am
Callus
I?
is gonna join, pull out the dagger.
You're starting to go
and
towards the
revolver.
back. You're starting to go towards the back. You haven't quite gotten to where Miguel is, where the kitchen would be. Everyone
Can I-
is
can I
tense
say one
in
more thing?
silence. No one is shot yet. Everyone is tense as everyone is now standing off in the middle of this bar.
We're in a proper
Tobias
All
has
right,
his Tobias has his shotgun in one hand, kind of up against, like leveled up against his chest, and he's got a beer in the other hand. He's kind of like sipping out of the corner of his mouth,
Oh, yeah.
just holding the shotgun, and it's kind of waving around near near Asimov.
You got it. No hard feelings.
Ash
Yeah,
is gonna look at this man dead in the eyes and say, it's a shame it had to end like this. And then I want to simultaneously like be pushing my chair back from the table while I'm like kicking the table over, and I want to reach into my bag, pull out one of these little metal like cloud balls and ignite it and send up a cloud
Okay,
of
I need you
fog.
all to roll initiative as the table kicks over, and everyone's guns are drawn. Like everyone's like starting to pull on the triggers. Everyone, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
disadvantage.
No!
Yeah, Callus.
Wait, is that an ability check? It's just-
Yes, it is. Initiative is an
Ah,
ability. It's a
fuck.
dex ability check. Yes, it is.
Fuck
Ooh,
you,
go,
bitch.
what?
Oh!
Yeah,
Go,
dude.
motherfucker.
Let's go. The fates wanted it. Let's go.
I'll be right back though. I gotta fill up my water.
Yeah. You got it. So
Go
Quinn
on
is
with the nails.
Quinn 22. All right, hold on. Let me roll these guys. Okay, and then all right. So ooh. Okay, so Ash, you are a 17. We have a proper Mexican standoff here. I love it. Callus is an 8. Syl is 3. That's your initiative,
Yup.
buddy? Oof, buddy. Oof. A little slow on the
Woof.
draw.
I didn't notice that anything was going on.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
Who's in the bathroom right now? It's Quinn?
No, Quinn is not in the bathroom. Quinn is heading over to where Miguel was going, which would have been behind the bar. He rolled a 19. I'm going to wait for Andrew to come back. I'm pretty sure he has a higher dex score, so I'm going to have Asimov go first. And then...
Andrew has a +4.
Okay.
See, because he is like a 4 next to his initiative thing.
Yeah, oh, I see. He has a +5, so yeah, so 20. All right. Descending, and the crew is going to be...
PGF rolled
12
points.
So 15. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Man, I would have been the fastest
You would have. Yeah, no.
if I didn't get drugged.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Look,
man.
you were gonna be borderline
You were
drunk.
drugged, dude. Oh,
It's okay.
man. All right.
I only made it through 3.5 beers.
As the whole saloon lights up with the sound of gunfire, as like tables are being kicked over for the useless cover, you guys are noticing actually some of the patrons were ducking their heads, and they look like the same folks who were actually in your cabin, in your ship earlier today. Some of them seemingly planted here. All right, Quinn, you are first up, and Asimov is next. As you guys are all shooting in the saloon.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Is this Miguel?
That's Miguel back there, yeah. You can see.
Dude, this is sick.
Can you turn on nameplates for everybody?
I
Daniel,
can
just because
for everybody.
it's
Sure.
yeah, because it's hard to tell who's who because I don't know any of these portraits really.
Do you not see your one?
I see mine, but I don't see anybody else's.
I see. Okay, sure, I can do that. Yeah. So all right. So first up is Quinn. What are you doing? You're over on the left-hand corner, Quinn.
Yes, I see. So that is.
Is that Quinn? The Mandalorian?
me.
Yes, Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's Queen.
Is this a crossover episode?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
So I'm going to click my mask so that it falls down and a huge shining explosion is going to come as my true face is shown.
Okay. As Quinn, it like lets the armor fall off of their face, and you see, in their place is this just radiant human. This like with like almost like this like faux hawk of like radiant light streaming off the top of their head and light streaming out of their eyes and their mouth.
And
As you look up,
Thank
Father Callus, you have a sunspawn in the room. Someone that your church worships.
And Miguel's going to take 2 radiant damage.
All right, Miguel. Okay, sounds good. As he's kind of out there, 2 radiant damage. You got it. Sounds good. As he kind of screams out, and you see a communicator drop out of his hands. It's not on, but there was it was something in his hands.
Was something in his hands. Okay, cool. That does help me. Okay, I'm going to. That was my action. I'm going. Can I? Is it like on the ground?
It is on the ground. Yes.
Can I go next to it and like bonus action pick it up?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
Yes, you
I'll
can.
bonus action
free
pick
action
it up.
pick it up. Actually, free action pick
Oh,
it up.
free action pick it up. Cool. Can I bonus action like push my radiant energy into my hand to try to like heat it up to like melt the wiring within it?
Oh wow. Okay, I like that idea a lot. Just go ahead and roll roll your it's your proficiency damage too, right?
So like during my thing I can add radiant damage and I like omit radiant damage, but I don't know if what
Sure.
this classifies.
So I'd say it'd take your action to crush it or to burn it up.
Okay.
So that's up to you.
That's
so
fine.
I'd make like an unarmed strike and then add your
Well, I already used my action to like radiant
to
consumption.
radiant consumption. Yeah, I'd
So
say take an
I
action
can't-
to crush it if that's what you want to do.
But I have it now,
You
right?
do have it, yeah.
Okay,
You see
cool.
it
I'll take
starting
that.
to begin to heat up. So you imagine passively, if it spends enough time around your aura, it might just explode. That's up to you.
good.
Okay, Quinn, that's the end of your
Chill right
turn.
here,
All right, as your friend Miguel. Miguel is cowering, not particularly brave at all, just going off of the orders of Asimov. Asimov, El Vaquero, is right here. As he, like, immediately from the side, he says, I may not be as good of a shot, doesn't mean I don't still have it in me. And he pulls out a revolver from his side as he goes to take a shot and just kind of unleashes shots at, like, all of you as he fans the hammer. So I need... Callus, Ash, and this person over here, as it's a cone effect. All three of you to make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Who's this
17.
That is one of the patrons who's nearby.
guy? Is he blasting his own boy?
He is blasting his own boy.
Oh, crazy.
As kind of Ash, sorry, what was that?
17.
17. Okay, 17 succeeds. Who else? Also, can you guys see names now or no?
Yeah, I can see everybody's
You
name.
can see names. Okay, good. Awesome.
There's still.
There is Syl. All right. Okay, lovely. Sounds good. So, as you're attacking, so 17 succeeds, 17 for both of you, Callus and Ash.
17.
Mine was 21.
21. Both of you guys succeed. Okay, so you guys are going to take half damage on this as the bullets kind of graze you as you guys die behind the cover of the table, and he like just unleashes all of his bullets from his gun, just kind of shooting them all out at once. All right.
Question. Sorry,
Yes.
it's a new sheet. Just getting adjusted to it. Deflect and throwing back. Is that an option for me right now?
Not quite. This isn't a ranged attack. This is just a spray of a. It's an ability like it's a cone ability, so it's a save. So
Got it,
technically
got
not.
it.
If he
Okay.
makes a singular shot, though, eventually you can. So that's
All right,
going
heard.
to be 28 damage halved. So it's 14 damage as he like just a couple of bullets shoot through the table, ting, and then just like slam into you guys, just immediately like just hurting like a bitch as some of the bullets pierce you guys in the middle of this firefight. All right,
Damn.
and he's gonna smile and start backing up a couple feet, 5, 10 by the bar, and then he's gonna flip over and kind of like sit over by this bar as he kind of like rolls over the top and kind of positions his gun over the side. All right, that is Asimov's turn. Gabias, you are up.
Oh, he headed over to the bar, did he?
He did.
I
Ash, you're on
don't
deck.
think Gobias is gonna go that direction though.
Okay.
I think what Gobias is gonna do is gonna run around this table over here. Is this the one that got flipped over?
Yeah, that's the one that got flipped over right here that you guys were sitting at.
Gobias is gonna skirt around this table here and come around to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Still shotgun in one hand, beer in the other, and just blast with the shotgun.
They just
straight
start
from here.
blasting.
Boosh.
Boosh! All right, they
Should
need
be
to
able
make
to get
dexterity
both these
saving
guys.
throws. You got it. So both of them need to make dex saves. Oh! Both of them fail. One of them with a 6 and a 4. They both fail.
Boosh.
Boosh. 12 piercing
That-
damage.
This close guy's gonna take 12, and the back guy is at the long range, so he's gonna take 5.
5. You got it. The first one in front of you is eviscerated by the shotgun shot, as like literally the side of their stomach is completely shot out and they collapse to the ground dead. This one, however, is still looking a little healthier, as it pulls out a baton from the back as you do the shotgun shot. Nice. That's your action. Anything else?
No, but what I would like to do is free action, take a sip of my beer.
Take a sip of your beer. You do so, sir. All right. Ash, you were
And
up.
Daniel, so sorry, but what was the damage that Mikkel put before halved?
You mean Asimov?
Asimov was the one?
Asimov was the one who fanned the hammer, yeah.
Okay, heard. What was the damage that he
14
did?
damage to you. 14 damage to you.
14 damage to me and then halved or after halved?
No, that was 28 halved, so that's already halved.
Okay, I'm looking real bad.
Oh,
Just
okay.
the group.
All right. You got it. Okay, Ash, you are up.
All right, I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll come here, and I'm
Oh,
like
okay,
sort
nice.
of ducking down behind the end of this table, and I am going to bonus action. I take out this little metal. It looks like a throwing star, and I launch it over the table at this guy, and it sort of like expands, twists in the air, and grows these like barbed hooks, and it embeds itself into the side of his neck.
Oh.
And the little gears like around the side of my eye sort of twist and lock onto the target. I've marked him.
Nice. Hunter's mark. Got it. Nice
Yes.
stuff. Some great flavor there. As now this is like kind of like choking at his neck. He's like, "Ah, puta madre." All right.
Whoa.
All right, Ash.
Demonetized.
That's your bonus action. Your action.
Yes, and then I'm gonna take a shot at him with my revolver.
All right, sounds good. All right, go to make your shot.
All right. It's a 17 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage with the additional d6 from
All right.
the Hunter's mark.
Yes. I'm gonna do 2d plus 3.
As you guys are all
18
around,
damage.
18 damage. Nice. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. All right, as you're kind of like, as you fire, boom, you swing, his hat flies off, and you graze him as his ear, part of his ear is shot off, and he clutches it as blood starts streaming down the side of his face, and he curses out. There are now gunshots, just ting, 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 just all around the bar, just smoke flying. It's just a chaos as drinks are exploding around. All right, Ash, does that end your turn?
Yeah, am I able to like stay squatted down here so I have like
Yes.
partial cover?
You do
or
have half
anything?
cover.
Great.
That's true. You have half cover now, so that's gonna add +2 to your AC. I'll think about it when you.
Great.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So next up is the crew. This person over here is gonna run over to you, Sil, and is gonna baton you. It's gonna action baton twice. 21 to hit and a 6 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, the first one does hit with a 4 bludgeoning as it smacks you like kind of on the head, leaving a pretty fat bruise, and then you like peel your backpack off the side, and the second one, ting, hits your backpack, the spider steel defender, not actually able to do anything as it kind of glances off the side. This one over here is gonna draw its gun, kind of come over here behind this table, and make one shot against you, Go Bias. That's a 7 to hit.
Misses.
And the second one behind the pool table is gonna take a shot. 10 to hit.
Misses.
Both of them miss. The like gunshots flying wide, ting, ting, and kind of like smacking on the side. All right.
Gobias is like,
Mhm.
Gobias is like dodging and weaving around.
Woo! Love it.
If he doesn't know if he's gonna be able to, if he's gonna be standing in the next 3 seconds, then they don't know.
They
can't predict him.
They can't predict
They
him.
don't do anything.
Yeah. Never try to predict a man on drugs. All right, Callus, you were up.
Wait,
All
did
right.
Miguel go?
Miguel is Miguel is part of the crew. Actually, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Miguel can't run anywhere. He can't run anywhere. He's gonna try and wrestle out that communicator from your hands. He's gonna make an athletics check against you. So go ahead and make a acrobatics or athletics check to get out.
13.
4. He does not succeed in wresting it from you. As he goes out and he touches you, the surface of your skin is so hot that he screams out, ah, ah, like he just burned himself on a pan and kind of clatters up against the kitchenware. All right, that's gonna be the end of his turn. He's a small boy. Callus, you're up. Still, you're on deck.
Callus is looking worse than anyone's ever seen him. With nothing to lose, bleeding out very quickly, Callus is gonna pull out his revolver that looks much like a what is it called? It's the a regulator that he nicknamed the Confessional, and he's gonna run towards the bar,
Nice.
jump off the bar stool, fire one shot at Asimov, and then follow it up and expend a key point to take 2 open palmed blows right to his head.
Nice. Love to hear it. Make the revolver shot.
That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
18 hits. Go to roll damage.
It's gonna be 12 damage.
12 damage, woo! As Asimov takes a pretty solid shot to the body, he is going to use his reaction to flip over the bar stool and kind of run half of his movement, 5, 10, 15 over here and reposition.
So I've traveled 15
Yep.
to
Yeah, because you're trying to go and he rolls over.
I still have more than enough.
Exactly.
So,
So-
I'm gonna track him as he jumps over, I'm just gonna fling my legs back the other direction, pounce off the bar top, and then take those 2 open-handed strikes.
You gotta go make those 2 attacks, please.
First one's gonna be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is gonna
That
be a
also
23 to
hits.
hit.
Go and roll damage.
Wonderful.
Nice stuff.
First one's gonna be 6 damage.
6
Second one's
damage.
gonna be 6 damage.
Nice. Ooh, nice stuff. As you just pummel into Asimov, he like as he spits, as your palms collide with his face, a tooth gets dislodged and kind of like just smacks onto the ground, and he spits blood, and kind of like looks over at you. I thought you were a good raider, Gallus. Too bad I'm gonna have to fucking kill you.
You were here to... I thought you were an ally of the Triad. It's too bad that you decided to sell it out for a little coin.
All right, nice, Cal. Is that in your turn?
Yep, that ends it.
All right, Syl, you're up. Quinn, you're on deck.
Since we're in a Midwestern fight, I'm going to go in my bag and take out a bit of rope and start swinging it around like a lasso. I'm going to move it around here and then throw it towards Asimov, but it's going to land behind him and grab... like a mug, and I'm gonna whip it back towards us, and he has to make a dex save.
Nice, he has to make a dex save. I love it as you like whip out the lasso, grab it, boom, and then catapult it back. All right, he makes a dex save. Oh, it's a natural 2, so even though he has a good dex, he fails.
3d6. 12
Woo!
damage.
12 damage. Asimov is looking real rough. He's looking real rough.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna...
As it collides with his head, boom, the beer smashing and the glass shattering across the back of his head.
I'm gonna press a button on my backpack, and I'm gonna say, help me with this one. And then my droid Spudnik will attack.
All right, Spudnik is gonna pop out. Boom. Where's Spudnik going?
He's gonna attack the one right in front of me.
You got it, you got it. So go to make an attack for me, Spudnik.
22 to hit and 4 damage.
Hey, what's a hit?
23.
Yeah, that hits. 4 damage. Ooh, looking on death's door, this one in front of you. As the spikes just kind of grab onto her chest and just kind of scrape in, she screams out like she has like a face hugger on her body. All right, Syl, does that end your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice stuff. Good stuff, man, with the lasso. Quinn, you're up. Asimov, you're on deck.
I will look at Miguel in front of me. Don't follow me, and I'll grab his neck, and it just burns as my hand is touching him. And so that's going to be my first attack.
You got it.
That is a 24 to hit.
It hits, yeah.
And then
Roll damage.
3 fire damage.
3 fire damage. He's screaming and falls on the floor, just kind of like rolling on the floor in pain.
And then he can't use reactions.
All right, you got it.
And then I would like to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And look over at Father Callus, and where are you hurt?
And I just like look down, and you just see blood coming out from like 6 different places of his body.
Okay, so
everywhere.
You see now, like, right over my heart is a talisman with like a very small, like, radiant light inside of it, and it shines a little brighter, and I start like putting my fingers over each of your wounds, and it like burns for a second as I cauterize all of them.
Woo!
Whoa.
Yeah, it burns the
So-
wounds shut, so you're no longer bleeding out. Go ahead and
So you're gonna heal for... Oh, that sucks.
6 HP.
Only 6 HP, sorry man.
No, that's all good.
You got it. All right, Quinn, does that end your
I'm
turn?
looking bloodied.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. It's now Asimov's turn. Asimov is going to pull his gun, aims directly at you. He says, I don't know what a bit of burning is going to do to him. And he aims it straight at your heart, and he's going to make an attack. He is a gunslinger.
Who's he shooting?
Your Quinn.
At Callus.
Got it.
And he does not get this at disadvantage because he has a feat that actually allows him to shoot within close quarters. The same one as you, Ash. So first one to hit, ooh, that's a 14 plus 7, that's a 21.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. That's gonna be, okay. 12 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. Poof, the shot goes off, missing the heart, but just hitting your shoulder. And Callus collapses, boom, slamming into the bar and poof, collapsing to the ground. Cocks another shot, and he's going to aim back at Gabias, actually. He says, "You're going to need to stop that with a shotgun, friend." Boom, and he takes a second shot. Oh, natural 18 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to be, but that's only 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Oh! And Gobias shouts out in pain, but mostly at the fact that the bullet also went through his beer glass that still had just a little bit left in there, and he has to drop it.
It is now dribbling down onto the floor and all over your hand.
He's got like shattered glass in his hand.
Oh,
Now you made him angry.
Now you made him angry. Gobias, it's now your turn.
Oh man.
Gobias, his like left arm kind of limp. He's gonna run straight over here, jump on this table, and shotgun blast this guy.
Oh my god.
All right.
I think this guy is out of range.
20 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
it's 20 feet from him, but from me,
25.
he's 25 from me.
Just out of range, unfortunately, yeah. So
I'll just blast this guy.
I'm gonna need to make a dex save. That's a 15?
Oh, that saves.
It does save. As it boom, the blast. Did I say misses if they succeed the dex save? That makes no sense. No, they're half damage. Half damage, dude. So roll 44. That makes no sense. It's a shotgun.
44 is 12, so 6 damage.
So 6 damage total. As you take off a solid chunk off of this person, there's a couple of buckshot. They dodge out of the way mostly, but the blast catches them just on the side, and kind of like you can see like the pieces of buckshot that have embedded themselves in the skin. It sucks. But they're looking hurt. Argo Bice, that's your action.
Now I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
And beat this guy over the head with my shotgun.
Yeah, because it's out of bullets. Yeah. Okay, go to make it a club attack. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
I believe it's
That's
1d6.
strength, right?
I think it's strength 1d6 bludgeoning. Yeah.
I gotta hit him first, right?
You gotta hit him first. Yeah.
D20 plus.
D20 plus your strength.
I'm
Plus,
proficient in.
You're proficient in clubs. It's an
shotguns?
improvised weapon. Yeah, it's an improvised
Bashing?
weapon. Yeah. Bash him
Plus strength
with a butt.
plus proficiency. It's a 16
Yo,
to
that
hit.
does hit. That does hit. It's a real western. You're smacking him with the gun. All right. Roll damage.
I rear back with the butt away over my head and bring it down right on his noggin.
Boom!
What's the damage with this one? Is it
1d6 plus 2 now for your strength. Yeah.
5 damage.
Oh! You kill him as you cave in the skull, and then boom, just like. Do you shout out bang as you hit you hit him with the club?
Bang!
There's no gunshot. However, the person collapses to the floor and is now dead. All right, Gobias. That ends your turn.
I toss the empty shotgun over my shoulder, and then I point at this dude. Over here. As I say, I'm coming for you next.
Quivering with fear. Quivering. All right, Ash. It is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot at Asimov with my revolver.
You got it. As you peek around the corner, him aiming down the sights over at Syl.
Yes. It is a 15 to hit.
A 15 just hits.
Yeah. Great, and then this is gonna do an extra D8 of damage because of my Colossus Slayer feat.
Oh wow.
Because he has less than full health, right?
Yes, this is true. Very true. You guys have been smacking him.
Alright,
Ash,
that's 10 damage.
how do you want to do this?
So Ash stands up from crouching so that he's fully erect. Sorry. Facing Asimov directly as he raises his revolver.
Fully erect and ready to penetrate this guy. With a bullet.
Looks him dead in the eyes. Says, "You picked a fight you couldn't win." And lets the shot off as it goes straight through the guy's eyes.
Amigo,
right through the back of his head.
The Orochi trap. And this perfect hole in the middle of his forehead that goes straight out the other side. makes him collapse to the floor as his eyes are stunned, staring up at the ceiling. Asimov el Vaquero, dead.
Nice. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to take one more shot at this guy over here by Syl.
Okay, you got it.
If he's in range.
Sounds good.
Say, ooh, it's a 12 to hit.
12 does hit, actually.
Oh, great. Is he at full health too? Or-
No. You don't have to roll damage, though. He has 1 HP. As you bang!
Okay.
Collapses on top of the steel defender, dead. The last one, now that it's the end of your turn, the last guy just runs out. He just starts screaming and just runs out as fast as his legs can take him. Just trying to bail. And you guys are out of combat. Just blood and
him.
guts and okay,
I'm
you're chasing
chasing
him.
him.
You're chasing him. You're chasing him. In the next round, he's like running out of the street, just kind of sprinting. And you have a good shot.
I'm gonna pull my revolver also out of my pants. Not a pocket, mind you.
Yeah, your pants.
But, my pants. And I kind of like am aiming this sucker, like woozy, leaning back and forth. Almost falls over, trying to look down the sights. And then I squeeze off a shot. Bang.
Bang. Disadvantage, make an attack. Oh my god. Roll
14 to
damage.
hit.
Oh my god, roll damage. Oh my god.
14 damage.
Pop! Straight through the head. Poof, lands in the street dead. In the middle of the street. Covering the dust of the Mars desert with even more red. But not the crimson of the iron. The red of blood.
Like
As you guys all...
Right.
finish up.
Oh god.
Daniel.
That shit was strong. And then
Father, come back to me.
Gobai's gonna pull open his pants and drop the revolver back inside and go, ow, ooh, ha, ha, ha.
Daniel.
Yes.
There's
I
still
want
kills there, right?
to. Yeah. Well, so I know we're out of combat, but if I can use my like bonus action technically, because I can redirect this hunter's mark. So basically, the way that I want to flavor it is Asimov is laying dead on the ground, and as the dust is settling from all of the shots, Ash, like in a panic, looks over and sees Miguel standing against the wall, and the little cybernetic gears around his eye twist, and the little throwing star disembeds itself from Asimov's neck and like skitters across the floor, climbs up, and embeds itself into Miguel's neck. And Ash is gonna come over, grab him by the collar, and say, "Who else knows we're here?"
Oh, it's just, Cutlass, he struck a deal earlier.
What?
He was setting up an ambush for you guys, thought you would come and find him.
So is he on the way?
He's on the desert right now, going to transmit the information and destroy the disk afterwards.
Can I go up and
Damn it.
heal Alice?
Thank you.
I'll take out like a little syringe and I'll stick it in your arm and.
Callus, you flash back to consciousness.
1 hit point.
No. It's a cure wound.
Your wounds. As you syringe him, and you now have Miguel still there in the back, just kind of scrambling up against the wall, kind of holding his part where he was burned severely by Quinn. Please, I just work here.
You know where I can get a.
I can stand up now, right?
Yeah, you can. Going back over to Ash. I just work here.
Where can I get a bike?
Something,
anything.
Outside.
Crap.
I think some of the guys you killed had bikes that they came in on.
Sorry that I had to go this way, son. And Ash is gonna pull out his revolver and put a bullet in his head.
What the fuck? Quinn runs over and is going to put their hand on your chest, and you just feel like this burning energy. And then suddenly you get ice cold. And that heat transfers over to the dead body to cauterize that wound. And I'm going to stabilize him.
You shot him through the head?
Yeah.
Can I not stabilize anyone?
You can't. Well, you stabilized Callus, and well,
But like, it just because
yeah.
he shot him in the head means I can't heal.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know. I
I
know.
can shove a bandage in there.
I know. What you
I don't need him
mean.
to be awake. I just want him to not
Sure.
bleed out.
Sure. You're able to cauterize the wound. The damage to his brain, you don't know what
That's
that would
fine.
be, but he begins to slowly breathe
That's all.
as you do work on him. He is able to slowly breathe. In what state he'll be in afterwards, you have no idea.
Ash looks out at the rest of the room and his companions all standing there. Well, I guess Cutlass knows we're here. He's probably gonna come after us, but I'm afraid this is where we part ways. Somebody knows
Sure.
I'm here, and it's too much of a risk for me to take for any kind of a bounty, no matter how big.
Ash, it looks like I might have to take you out of here in irons.
Sir Gobias,
Ash.
not Sir Gobias, Gobias slams back open the saloon doors again and says, "Is your name Oliver? I thought it was Ash."
Ash
When? Gonna
gives a little smile, looks over at Gobias, says, "That's Orville, son."
Yeah, same thing. And
Orville Baskin.
Gobias is gonna walk over back to the table and grab somebody else's glass, dump it out, and pour it back of the cherry beer back into his glass and take a deep swig.
Take a deep swig.
This shit was good. Okay, what are we doing from here? Oh, by the way, where's my shotgun? And he's gonna be like stumbling around,
You got it.
moving around all the
You find
debris
it.
to try and find it.
Absolutely. You all have the information you need if you all wanted to chase out Cutlass into the desert. But right now, Callus is facing off with Ash in the back.
Right.
You have all the information you need. It's up to you what you want to do.
Can I go through the pockets of the dead bodies and see
Yes,
if I
you
can
can.
find any keys or?
Yes. Go to make an
Yeah. Also,
investigation
where's
check,
our
please.
money? Look for the money too, Sil.
They're screaming all of this as Ash and Callus are like facing off against each other.
Yeah, I'm pulling back my hammer while I'm looking at Ash.
I take out my pistol and I point it at the back of Ash's head.
Is really how you want to play this?
Gobias
Saw
goes,
what I can do.
"Hey, wait, what's going on?" He's gonna pull it out.
The party is
he's gonna
looting
pull
and
out his-
half of the
He's
party
gonna
is
pull out his
freaking
pants
showdown.
revolver again.
What is happening?
Gobias pulls out his pants revolver again and just points it in the general direction of that group and goes, "Hey, what's going on?"
As soon as Father Callus said, "I'm gonna need to take you out of here in irons," Orville was reaching into his pocket for his little fog cloud bomb.
Can I react to that? And as I see,
no,
We might need to
stop.
roll initiative because
Are
there's like
you guys
a lot of
are you guys
things.
fighting? What I'm
Yes.
allowing you guys to role play, or are you guys fighting?
I'm not letting Ash leave.
I am in RP at this moment, but I'm about to take an action that could put us in initiative.
Yeah, I think we need
Yeah.
some sort of initiative.
All right,
Because we're all trying to do different things,
sure.
except
Yes.
All right,
looting.
everyone, roll initiative.
Got
Who is engaged in the combat? Roll initiative.
Not me, Seth.
Ooh.
Damn it!
All right,
Ooh, not too.
21.
20.
Damn.
For me.
Ash. All right, Ash. Gobias is 7.
I got 13.
Okay. 7. Ash, you were first.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna detonate this fog cloud,
All right.
like directly in the middle of where we're all standing, and then I'm gonna duck and run.
You do so. The smoke cloud goes off, and you vanish through the smoke. Quinn and Callus having to cough as you're trying to look for Ash. The smoke like kind of clearing slightly as Ash runs out the door. What are you guys doing? Are you guys firing after him?
Yeah, I'm assuming we hear the wood door spring open,
We'll
right?
chase after him.
Yeah.
All right, Ash, where are you?
Is
Where are
Ash,
you
is
going?
Ash
to?
running past? Wait, is he running past the door that I'm near?
Yes, he would be.
Can we get the saloon map back? The grid map?
Yeah, we can. All right.
As he runs past, Gobias is just like holding his gun up still. It's like really swaying right now. And he's like, "What is going on?"
All right, Ash. You're probably right about there.
Gobias is probably here.
Yeah, so you're right there. And you two, Quinn and Callus, I assume that you guys were right by the end of the
Behind
bar.
Ash, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
we're
Ash
pretty much
went
in
over
the
to
same
Miguel.
place.
So we
Yes.
were like
Pulling.
here.
Got it.
I was like here. Ash was there. Miguel was like there.
Okay, so you guys are
Right.
there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I'm hoping that the let's see what the properties of this fog cloud are.
Hold
it's
up, you did not
90
get 40 feet.
Daniel put me there.
Oh, word. Never mind, sorry.
But I can go back to 30, whatever. I want to be like holding this sphere.
Mhm.
So like centered on self basically. And so like 20 feet around me there is thick
okay.
fog cover.
Gotcha. So you no longer, Callus and Quinn, you guys can now see because the fog cloud is just around Ash as they're holding their smoke bomb, just kind of ejecting smoke.
And that's it for me.
All right, Ash. Gobias, you are up. Actually, Gobias and Quinn, you guys have the same initiative? No, Gobias, you're 7. Sorry. Quinn, then Quinn, you're next. My apologies.
My dex is +4.
Yeah, your initiative though was 4 plus. So you should be 8.
No, I rolled a 3.
Okay, got it.
Wait, why do you have me at 13? Yeah, I was 7.
that was from the previous combat. All right.
Oh,
Ash. So Quinn, you are up now. Callus, you are on deck.
I would like to take out my smoke paralyzing thing that I picked up off the floor
Mm-hmm.
ooh.
and
Okay.
just roll it at Ash.
You got it. There's a little bit of gas in there. All right, just go and make a strength check to see how far you can lob it.
Not the strongest, but I rolled decent.
Okay.
14?
14. That's more than good enough. As you throw it in the general direction of that smoke cloud. Ting ting. Ash, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
It's only the tail end of the gas, but it's enough to get into your nostrils. And you
Ooh,
couldn't
19
detect
plus
it.
2.
19 plus 2. That's a 21.
It's 21.
Which does succeed because the con save was an 18.
As
Ooh,
they start
that's high.
gassing each other, can I roll initiative and get into the action?
Everyone's gassing.
Sure, Sil. Sure. Roll initiative. You're kind of coming at the end of the next round. All right. So,
I'm gonna
and Quinn,
run
you're
along
running
this
along.
way.
Yep, you're running along that way. You got it. Okay, Quinn. Callus, you are now up. The smoke cloud's still around Ash's form.
All right. What's the throw? It is 60 at far, 20 at close. Callus is going to reach up and pull off his clergy collar.
Mhm.
And what you see at both ends is it strengthens into a very sturdy piece of metal, and at the ends it's clipped off and it looks like it's bladed at both sides. It's gonna step forward 5, 10, 15, and then throw it at Ash's ankles.
At the smoke cloud. Okay.
You
At
can't
the smoke
see my
cloud.
ankles, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
Obscured,
smoke
so you're
cloud.
gonna take it at
obscuring
disadvantage.
vision.
You're gonna take a disadvantage to throw.
Okay, why not? I already committed to it.
All right.
Put my finger on the chest piece.
Sounds good. As you go, phoom, and you go throw it. Oof.
So
That's
basically,
really
that 20 I can't
unfortunate.
use.
Ooh.
What a waste. Oh,
An
Oof.
8. It's
As
gonna
the-
be an 8 to hit.
As the collar goes wide and smacks into the side of the wooden boards of the saloon, and embeds itself there, flying past
Got it.
Ash.
Well, that's fine because Callus is then going full speed, 5, 10, and is just going to step into the smoke cloud like a barreling tumble and reach for Ash to take 2 strikes.
Okay, spending your second key point to hit
Do you
twice.
smell my bomb too?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
he now
Oh.
does. You need to make a Constitution saving throw, Callus. Jeez. Yep, you're absolutely right.
Good catch.
Great point.
Fuck me.
Oh,
Callus
no.
smells it and goes to strike, and as
Right.
soon as he
Oh, that's
gets within
embarrassing.
range, boom, slams on the ground, and all your muscles tense
my
up,
God.
paralyzed, just like before.
Callus saw money signs and got blinded by
Oh.
logic.
All right. Ash,
So I didn't expend a key point as I didn't.
you
take
did
the
you did not. You did not expend a key point.
Cool, right?
All right.
Cool.
Go bias. You are now up as you see this smoke cloud in front
Run
of you.
into the smoke, dude.
Hey, I'm out of the fight.
You are out of the fight, Callus.
God, I wish I knew what in the goddamn hell was going on over here. And Gobias, of the 2 people he can see, Quinn has been blasting at Ash, so I think Gobias is gonna take a shot at Quinn.
Oh
What's the
wow.
range? 45?
Okay.
That's
yeah.
within revolver range, right?
That is within revolver range. Yes.
At disadvantage?
Because you're.
Oh, it's a 16.
to hit.
2 16s.
That
Does
hits.
that hit?
The hits. Roll damage.
13 damage.
13 damage.
I don't know how to do rebuke of the talisman.
Oh.
'Cause, like-
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You from this distance, you mean?
Yeah, like I don't know how to flavor it. It's easy when it's a
No,
melee.
it's all good. It's all good. As you like, as he hits you, you kind of scream out, and this jet of like flame from your mouth, from the sheer pain, rockets in his direction. Gonna roll damage.
Push 10 feet away.
Push 10
and
feet
he-
away.
Takes 2 fire damage.
You got it. Goodbye. So you take 2 fire damage.
Okay. Oh, I get blasted back too?
You get blasted back.
Yeah,
10
it's
feet,
blasted.
Okay,
Two fire damage.
I fly back into this table, bang, and like the table falls over, and I'm leaning up against it, and then Gobias like grits his teeth and pushes himself up, taking a second wind, if you will,
If you will.
Mm-hmm.
Something of the sort.
if you'll allow it.
Yeah, if you will. Yeah, absolutely.
Second wind is plus fighter level.
1d10
so
plus your
3.
fighter level. Yeah.
And he's gonna grit his teeth and get up, and then move behind this table for just a little bit of cover.
You got it. You
right
got
here.
it. Ash, you are up.
All right. Okay, I am going to action dash.
Mhm.
So I'm going to move 60 feet. Can get to here. And that's
I'm assuming you're bringing
Yeah.
the fog cloud, right?
Yes, you are.
I am, yeah.
Just want to make
And
sure.
then how do reloads take an action or are they
Reloads
bonus
take an
action?
action. Yes, ma'am. They
Okay.
Take an action.
Then I think that is it for me.
As you reload your gun. All right. That's the end.
What's
of
the
Ash's
radius? What's
The
the radius
well-
of fog cloud?
20
turn.
feet.
20 feet. Yeah. So you're just outside of it, Gobias.
I'm kind of outside of it, but I also can't see. I can't see Quinn anymore, huh?
No. You couldn't. You'd have to.
Could you
move
give her?
around.
Could you give
Yes,
Ash
I could. Yes, I can,
an
I can.
aura just so I
Yes, I
can
can.
visualize it?
Absolutely.
Because I don't think we can see each other anymore.
Absolutely.
Now that Ash is right there.
Right there.
Oh no, we barely can't see each other.
All right, Ash. That's the end of your turn. Syl, you are
Yeah.
up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna pick up Spudnik, so we run together. And then I'm gonna run up to here, and I'm gonna yell at Spudnik to protect Ash, and he's gonna run up, and he's gonna grab and jump onto Ash's back, like my backpack,
Mm-hmm.
just to protect them. And then I'm gonna pull out my revolver and
that's
turn
nice.
around towards Quinn.
All right, all right. Okay, Syl, that's your turn. Do you have an action that you're readying?
I'm gonna, if they are aggressive towards me or Ash, I'm gonna fire.
Okay, Quinn,
But gun is in my holster.
you are up.
I now see how this is going. I would like to go 5, 10, and put my hand against this wall.
Okay.
And as I do, a flame starts to emanate from the wall as it heats up,
Oh yeah.
and I burn through the wall.
You're burning a hole through the wall.
Whoa.
I'm gonna go 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm out.
You're out, and Quinn is gone.
Yeah.
Palace is paralyzed on the ground, unable to do anything. Gobias, are you doing anything?
I'm just gonna yell out. Can anybody explain to me what the fuck is going on? And Gobias is waving the revolver right now. He's swinging it. Somebody start fucking saying something.
Does anyone respond with anything?
I don't know
I'm
what's
out.
going on.
No,
I mean,
I'm not
Quinn's
saying anything.
paralyzed.
All right, Ash, it's your turn.
Oliver! Sil! What the fuck's happening? And okay, Gobias is gonna take a random shot.
A random shot. Okay,
Yeah, fire, just close his eyes and shoot the gun.
great. Roll a d6 for me, and then roll your attack. Probably at disadvantage.
Wait, if he hits Ash, is the bot gonna then go attack goodbye?
Oh god.
Okay. My God, really?
I rolled a 6 with a d6 and then a 19.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It does 13 damage.
Yeah.
Sil, you are shot
Ooh.
Oh no.
in the shoulder,
Okay.
and you take
If-
13 points of damage.
It was 19. Okay, yeah. 13 points of
Oof.
damage?
Yes.
Sheesh. Okay, I'm good.
Shoes. Okay. All right. And Ash, it's still your turn. What are you doing?
All right. So what's the deal with this little like backpack thing? Still, is it
protecting
like?
you.
It's protecting you. It's gonna, if you get attacked, it's gonna use its reaction to give disadvantage on the attack.
Nice. Okay. I am going to drop the little ball that's giving this fog cloud so that it stays in place. But I am going to run out of the building and I'll go as far as I can, and then I'm basically looking for like any kind of like a bike or something that's like turned on, even if it has a person on it, I'll push them off.
Yeah,
Like
you
I'm
do-
just trying to get
You absolutely do see a person currently like just like gearing up to go on their bike because they're looking at all the bodies and they're trying to get out of here. You shove them off.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
absolutely.
problem. You go over, you sprint over, you shove them off the bike, and you are on this hover bike that's currently just flaring up to life, kicking up the Martian dust sand.
And I'm outie.
Right? In which direction? You going towards the dead dog, or you going into the desert?
I'm going into the desert. I'm going into hiding.
Going to the desert. As you take off, just kicking up dust as it goes. Quinn, from the outside of the saloon, you can see the trail of dust that Ash leaves behind as the motorbike heads off into the Martian wilderness. The rest of you confused and hurt. The bounty is in that direction. But whether you pursue
Wait, are
it
we
or not
still-
is
are we
up-
still
is
in
up to
initiative
you-
order?
Is up to you. You're no longer in initiative order, it seems, unless you all want to attack Sil.
I jump out the window that I'm next to, this one right here. I'm just
You
gonna
jump
dive
out the
through
window.
it.
Why?
I
Breaks.
dive through it, bang, and I land
Bang.
in this water trough. I land in the water trough, and I'm
Yep.
soaking wet.
Yep.
I go, he goes, Gobias grabs the edges and pulls it out and goes, and then he starts, he puts his shotgun back in his pants, the revolver back in his pants, and he grabs onto his belt buckle, pulls him up high, and just starts running. In the
Just
opposite
starts
way.
running, and Gobias is out of there, running like maybe a past life, just something echoing
Once again.
as he runs off into the sunset.
This seems damn familiar.
Sil, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look to my left, see a burning hole in the wall, with a guy going that way. Look to the other side, broken window, a paralyzed guy, and a guy that just drove away. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm just gonna walk out of the bar.
You walk out of the bar.
Fiddle with one of the keys I found, get on a bike, and go back to the dead dog.
You got it. And so you pilot back to the dead dog. All your crew, once was held together, now completely vanished, splitting off in their own different directions.
Now,
As you go
Gobias
back-
is also heading back to the dead dog, but he's
Oh,
just running the whole
got
way.
it,
So
as-
you sweep Zill, you probably pass him on the way down.
Right. Gobias, you and Sil end up meeting up at the dead dog, being able to take off in the atmosphere. Quinn, where are you going?
I was gonna leave.
So
but-
I'm gonna go, like, back to my hole,
Mhm.
see Father Callius, and take, like, a syringe out of my backpack and just chuck it through the window that I made
Uh-huh.
to embed in him.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna go try to find a bike that no one is on,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna follow after Ash.
Okay.
And I'm casting Lesser Restoration on.
On Callus.
Callius.
Callus, you are no longer
So he's no longer
paralyzed, as
paralyzed.
you too are able to.
Oh no, I'm not going with him.
Oh,
I'm
you're not
doing.
going with
I like threw it and then I'm off on my own. Like he can do whatever he wants, but I just don't want him being paralyzed here for the next hour.
You got it.
Thank you.
As Callus, you sit up and you're able to disorientedly get up, and Quinn, you get on the bike and go after Ash.
So I wake up and everyone's gone.
Everyone's gone.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar. I'm gonna reach behind the bar and grab a bottle of whiskey, pour myself a shot, and sit there and wait.
Ash, as you ride out into the wilderness, it's been an hour when your motorbike dies. Gas in it, not enough to take you more than that. Stranding you, seemingly in the middle of this wilderness. You see on the horizon the Martian sun, the dust kicking up around you as you've started the process of going into hiding. Behind, you hear another motorbike.
I'm just trying to stay hidden.
Alright, the nearest thing that you can see is there looks to be a wreckage of a crashed ship nearby.
God.
I would actually probably go back, wait, see if this person is pursuing me and what happens when they see the bike, and I'm gonna do what I can to get that bike from them and keep going. At this point,
Okay.
I'm in survival mode.
You got it. Quinn, make a survival check for me, please. Or perception, your choice.
Nice. 18.
18. You caught onto the dust cloud that Ash left behind, streaming out of the little backwoods town that you all were in. And you're able to track him down. You see Ash there in front of you, about maybe a quarter of a kilometer ahead as you ride in their direction.
To the few clothes that I'm wearing are gonna start singeing off as my entire body just becomes a flame,
Oh,
and I'm gonna ride.
Becomes a ghost rider.
You see Ash.
the Ghost Rider is coming.
Oh, fuck.
Ash, you see the motorbike almost light on fire, is what you see. As the figure flaming atop of it comes towards you. Quinn, do you dismount?
Yeah, when I get close and I see him.
The two of you standing face to face on the outskirts of the Martian soil. Quinn flaming and Ash with your bike, dying in the corner, the two of you standing stock still, facing one another.
How are we playing this, Quinn?
The way I see it, I have all the cards.
Seems that way, don't it?
But I have no qualms with you. You're just what they're after. Now, if you play along, instead of trying to run off and escape all day, we might actually have a shot at this. Something that tells me you don't like to play along.
You're perceptive. But are you, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking we go back. We join them, or I don't know how close you are to the rest of the crew. Steal their ship, whatever it needs to be. We can collect our own forces, but vibe's not right with this group here. It's not going to work for us, and you know that. That's why you ran away.
It's not going to work for me. It's not going to work for me back in that town, Quinn. You see Ash is standing tall and sturdy and strong, but you notice his hand is on his side and he's bleeding pretty profusely. He's putting on a front, but he's not looking good. His hand sort of drifts down to the gun holster on his side. I'm not going back, Quinn.
Wouldn't do that.
So you either need to turn around, or you're gonna have to kill me where you stand.
I don't need to kill you. You kill yourself. And I'll take a step forward.
Orville draws his gun. It's pointed at Quinn, but he's not shooting.
I take another
I'm gonna
step
need you
forward.
to turn. You're gonna want to turn around and walk away.
I don't see any reason to. Take another step.
Orville shoots.
Sounds good.
All right. Ash, go ahead. Orville Bascom, go to make an attack.
Plus 7, 22.
That hits.
Hit.
Roll damage.
Are you at full health right now?
I am still at full health, yes.
Great. It's 7 piercing damage.
It just is consumed by the fire around me, and you take 10 fire damage. As my flame just explodes once the bullet is consumed.
What the fuck?
I take another step forward.
Orville fans the trigger and shoots again.
Roll an attack.
Okay. I'm still at full health, by the way.
It's 18 to hit.
It hits.
All right. It's 10 damage.
Okay. So you do scratch the surface of my skin, and you see just like this radiant energy come pouring out, but you take another 10 fire damage.
And I'm down.
And Ash collapses as the heat begins to burn the surface of his skin. And begins to see the red in his eyes. As the shot ricochets off, drawing a drop of blood from you, Quinn, radiant, white, hot. blood that ignites and blasts Ash back, singeing and burning the top of him.
Then I will go ahead and handcuff him, stabilize, throw him on the back of my bike, and head back.
And you do so. The arrest of Orville Bascom becomes the talk of the galaxy for many days. A man presumed dead. A man who ran away from the Orochi Triad. A man wanted for multiple murders, deaths of countless people. And you were able to claim the bounty, Quinn. As for the rest of the crew of the Dead Dog, Syl, Kobayas, you're gonna need a bit more of a crew as you all go back into the stars in search of yet another meal and yet more Jinza. But as these things all kind of fade, you all know as you all go about the time that the galaxy will never be truly rid of the need for bounty hunters, regardless of where you are in the stars. That's where we'll see ya, Space Cowboys. And that is where we're gonna end our game for today.
Yeehaw.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay,
We didn't
motherfuckers.
fight the bad guy both times.
Hey, it was a good ending. All right. Well, that's our story. I hope you guys enjoyed. Took some fun turns there. And yeah, we'll be back hopefully next week, maybe the week after. We'll see. It'll be some fun stuff as we always do here on the channel. More D&D stuff, more fun. Maybe we'll take a break from we probably won't be doing Space Western next week, but we'll figure it out whenever we do. So, in the meantime, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you all enjoyed being in the Space Western. And we'll see you all next time. This is Stop, Drop, and Roll. Signing off. See you, Space Cowboy.
See you on the road.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.